when I'm dreaming, brother. Even when I'm broke, I'm scheming. Real talk, no gimmicks. Break bread or fake dead. Yeah. If you love me, show it, that's all I say. Break bread or fake dead. Don't wait till I'm gone just to show respect. Break bread or fake dead. Yeah. I'm tryna make plays, not beg for a check. Break bread or fake dead. For real, for real. If I ever looked out, don't forget that day. I ain't rich, but I move like I'm chosen. Same fish, same dream, still focused. Bill stacked, but I still thank God. Ain't complain once, I just play my odds. They see peace, but they don't see stress. They see the smile, not the pain I digest. If you my dog, then ride with intent. Don't cap love, I know what that meant. Break bread or fake dead. You know who real when it's time to spread. Break bread or fake dead. I've been real, never switch for bread. Came from the bottom, but I don't feel low. Had to let some fake vibes go. Still keep it solid, that's nightish cold. Never hate, just stick to the road. It's folks that smile but don't mean it. Love ain't love if you never seen it. I'm just saying, help me win a little. Don't wait till I'm gonna spin a red on bed. I build. But if you real, you help to feel. Break bread, that's how love spread. Night is cold, town lit. Break bread, fake dead. Yeah. I'm still grinding, watch how I tread. Break bread, fake dead. Don't show a leg when the table's fed. Break bread, fake dead. Yeah. If you with me, then mean what you said. Break bread, fake dead. I don't need much, just respect my bread. Real talk, no hate, no cap. Open soul forever.
Welcome to the Paladin.
That's right. Welcome to the Paladin, everybody. How's y'all doing on this Friday, December 19th? Close to the not close, 6 days away, right? It's going to be some little kids on the 24th trying to stay up all night. Can't wait till it hit midnight. Can I open my present? That type of deal. Hope everybody is in good spirits. Loving on your people and they loving on you. You know what I mean? We over here in the Paladin trying to have a good time. Can y'all dig that? Got everything set up. I think we all are good. I got my mic turned up. They said my mic been sounding like I'm talking in a hallway. I hope that is not the issue now. But I think we're going to start here at the Slumlords. Let's see. Let's check this out right quick.
All my stuff is packed up away. So clearly.
So you walked in and
I was sitting right here. I walked in. Right here.
just talk over, baby. Just talk. So that's the shirt you had on? Show me the shirt you had on.
You literally see him take it off in front of you.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Oh, y'all
now why are you doing this right here instead of doing?
Because I had to make sure it was my shirt. See, I don't turn up or I don't say nothing until I make sure that shit is mine. I was like, okay, let me make sure that my gallery department shirt is in here. Okay? Y'all already been turning me up now,
bring it down a little bit, okay?
Like, where's my phone at? That shit's crazy. Man.
Hey, but look, why are you doing this right here instead of in your room?
How would I do it on the floor? It's stuff everywhere on the floor. It's like dirty as fuck. The bed's not even made. Like it's just
I'm
like.
about to do it right now. All right.
I don't know why, literally, because my stuff is here. I don't know if y'all think that how things are, but yeah, no, I'm not that bitch. Like, I'm not.
No, I get it.
You should really realize that. Not one.
Just keep it down a bit. It'll be ready in like 10 minutes, okay? All right, 10, 15 minutes.
Trying not to make phone calls. Trying.
No, don't do it. Just give me 10, 15 minutes, right? All right?
Sure.
All right. Good?
No.
I mean, now, what happened?
All my stuff is packed up away. So clearly.
So you walked.
I don't know why. I don't know why he keeps shushing. She's not finna shush. That lady is on 100. Between 1 and 10, how angry are you? 100. I've seen that person too many times in real life. I'm not that one. I'm not that one. Yeah. Shout out to whoever's in a relationship with her. Let's move forward. 6 people in the building. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. My beard looking a little ashy. I trimmed it down and it still look fluffed out. Took off some sides, took off some of this, now still looks fluffed out. I don't know, man. I should have left it alone. I like the length on it. And I cut it, and I don't like it that it's short like this. This is the ugly phase again. I gotten past the ugly phase. Now we got to start all over again from the ugly phase. This time I'm not going to cut. I'm just going to let it grow. Then once it get where I would like it to be, then I'll mess with it. Instead of constantly cutting it when it was just perfect length. Then, let's see. Hit the skin. Hit the skin. Let's take off these. See if this makes a difference. Oil up the old face. Before we get back into it, man, I can't imagine, I've been looking at some of these homeless videos where the cat will come up, give you a haircut, give you some food. They have a little tent you can go in and shower up. I couldn't go days without showering. Man, what do your skin feel like? What do you feel like? Yeesh. They give them a new outfit, cut their hair, give them something to eat, and then where do they go from there? Legitimately, where do they go from there? While we online talking about gender banging. But it got to be real because they had the statistics that say people ain't having chillings. It's a loneliness epidemic with men and women. I've seen a couple of these things where women saying, they breaking down and crying. And in that situation, I don't understand what the problem is. What is going on? You're going to get the perfect dude. Why are you breaking down and crying? All you got to do is go ahead and be with somebody out there for you, beautiful. These youthful, good-looking women. What's the problem is? What's really going on? I want to know. Don't look no different. I look just as ashy still. Age is a something. Aaliyah lied to us. Age ain't nothing but a number. Nope, it's something more than a number. Let's go. Let's go. Qualified black males. Well, black men fight against the effeminate men. All these fights, all these wars. To conquer any race of people, you must remove alpha male personalities.
Through which you might produce soldiers to carry.
Oh, well, them two dudes in wigs.
Okay, if you want to completely take over a planet, the first thing that you have to do is you have to take out the alpha males or the strong males from the planet, because the strong alpha males protect the divine feminine. Through television and films, how they are feminizing men more and more and more. You'll see men dressed up in female clothes. Following the cane is a phallus or male energy. The two.
So she kind of mentioning a psyop, but also, are we seeing it working? Our leadership is constantly questioned, right?
A psychological operation, is it working? Even though you can come out as a homosexual today, I've always been seeing homosexuals ever since the 80s. Am I seeing more now than ever before? All that time I was out there, not really. It look about the same. And they are a minority, right? Or have they grown in numbers?
Right? Sassy. Well, we be saying effeminate a lot. Freezy, the brothers be saying, call a nigga effeminate in a heartbeat. But, you get called sassy real quick. All of a sudden, almost 30% of us is homosexual, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Is this psyop working? Did they plan work? Did they move us out of leadership? Are men today more effeminate than ever? Or is that bullshit and propaganda? Go ahead, Ella, what you think?
I don't think it's a tough one because I think than ever, probably, but it's not necessarily because they're gay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's more effeminate in reaction, effeminate in approach, effeminate in lifestyle, effeminate in being so obsessed with your looks, effeminate in
Now that I could agree with. That I could agree. Not necessarily gay, but overly emotional. Yes, this is higher than it's ever been. The 80s and the 90s, cats barely talked. We used to go around our homies, maybe smoke, drink, look at movies, but it wasn't all this like, oh, let me tell you this, blah, 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 blah. Nah. Nowadays, yeah, I had to literally learn how to get back to talking again when I got on YouTube, because I had gotten, like, even with my wife, we spoke to each other, we exchanged kindries, you know, but it wasn't no like long drawn out conversations about nothing. We got to do X, Y, and Z. Okay, let me put that on the calendar. You know what I'm saying? When I get closer to the day, remind me, but nothing long and drawn out. Never that much talking with me. Even with my kids, it was kind of like X, Y, and Z and bam. I remember when I was going back to school in like 2007, while I was in school, my kid needed to be in the childcare for that little time I was taking my classes. They say when my wife used to drop him off, he used to have a fit and grab on her and wouldn't let her go and whatever else. And then when I drop him off, he'd say, bye, Dad, and just go in there and sit down. They say it's really weird when they used to look at it. Yeah, it's a different time. Yeah, guys got a whole lot of conversation they want to have with you.
dress. You know what I mean? Just more acquiescent to a woman. In that case,
Give me 1 second. 1 second. We got a guest in the building. Let's bring this individual up. Here we go. I done moved everything around.
Come on in.
Plan, it's always a treat when players leave. Judge.
What up, Lord ADS?
What up at 90s? How's it going, brother?
It's a holiday season. Everybody's supposed to be cheerful, right?
Yeah, full of joy.
Full of joy. Yeah, most wonderful time of the year for some people. Other people, not so much.
Facts.
We just chopping it up. We're gonna go on this conversation right here about I always thought it was an attack on masculinity. Now they're talking about it's an attack on alpha males with what we're looking at on TV and what we're seeing in society. Then we're gonna go from that to an all gender world. That was a show that Sharon had earlier that I caught bits and pieces of. I was like, what? Huh? Sharon is getting more and more into this. Everybody's, I guess, effeminate. They on a down low. They got a bunch of beards.
I'm going to be honest with you, Nidish. Not all men, but a much larger number than before. A much larger number than before.
So you think it's 30% like Hamp just said?
Something like that.
Woo-wee. That's not good. Because if it's 30%, they can make the numbers get larger than that quickly. All they got to do is make that lifestyle seem attractive. And it seemed like, let me see.
You're dealing with a group of broken men. Men who grew up in single mother households in most cases, in a lot of cases. And a lot of men who were underdeveloped in their manhood training, right? And exercise on how to protect their boundaries in their heads. So you got a lot of subjectable men, you know what I'm saying? You got this other group over here offering, welcome, you know what I'm saying? No matter how ugly or fuck you might be, go over there with them, money, status, all that stuff doesn't matter as much, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, it could be for somebody with a weaker mind, they could be very acceptable to that.
Let's see. Let's listen to the philosophical people have a breakdown about it. What's going on with you, Savage? What's up, TK? Thank you, Amanaz, for being first again. Amanaz is always the first one to get here. Let's see.
Absolutely. I can't say it's just strictly just because a bunch of them are gay. I think they have gay influences. I think they're being influenced by I don't know what word to say these days, but I don't know if they're influenced by people of, other sexual orientations. I think they're influencing a lot of the fashion. I think they're influenced, and I think they always was. I think this generation of young men are more open to suggestion from other sexual communities more so than men of our past. Like that whole.
I don't even interact with gay folks to the point where I'm thinking I need queer eye for a straight guy to help me dress. I've been wearing the same crap my whole life.
It's to the point nowadays, especially here in Atlanta, you never really know. You never really truly know about these brothers down here.
Well, I saw Saint the Center out in Atlanta with a what they call them poster boards that was saying "Make America Straight Again," and the OG came up to him on a 10-speed and say, "Hey, brother, I want you to know this is not Atlanta. These people is transplants. I'm born and raised in Atlanta. I'm like third or fourth generation. These he didn't call them. What did he call them? He had a funny way of calling them gay, but he said, yeah, these people is transplants. They're not from here. He said that's why when you show that, he said that's why when you showed them that sign talking about making straight again, it was like, because they all gay. And as many people as he was showing that sign to that was doing that, that means that a lot of people in your city is gay then, brother. Transplant or not. You in Georgia?
Yeah. I was here before it became the mecca for LGBTQ. So when I got here in 2008, 2009, Atlanta was a far different city, man. Far different city. A whole lot more fun.
2008, 2009, you said?
Yeah. I just left Bahrain, came to Atlanta.
Oh, Bahrain. Oh, yeah, you're a military dude. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So when I got here, man, this city was far different than it is now. I mean, it was a lot more fun, a lot more kind of nightlife. And it met
I remember more about Atlanta like the 90s, like 93 when Too Short went down there. You had Short down there, Dallas, Austin, Jermaine Dupri. It was all about them strip clubs, about that music being broken in strip clubs. It was live. They was calling that the Black Mecca.
Yeah. This when I got here, there were still remnants of that, right? Good, hard remnants. I say it wasn't at 100%. It was still probably about 60% at that point of what it was in the 90s, right? Which is still a passing grade. It's a D, but it's a passing grade, but it's still a whole lot more fun than most places you're going to end up being. You know what I'm saying? So when I first got here, man, it was just a lot of fun being in Atlanta, man. For those first, I'd say, even though I came here, went broke, you know what I'm saying? I came here with 60K. Bro, I lost that 60K like in 3 months, bro. I went through it so fast on hoes and dough. Just smoking, you know what I'm saying, snorting, just having a good time, right? And even then, the rebuild, man, was dope. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta, she got heart, man. This is a beautiful city to be in, but it's cold. You know what I'm saying? If you find yourself out of money down here, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody going to even notice. Ain't nobody even going to care. If you're on the street, you know what I'm saying? People know you drive by you on the street around here. You know, right?
I thought the South was about hospitality.
Man, it's cold
and,
world.
And brotherly love.
It's cold world, brother. Cold world. You got to be careful down here when it comes to, especially your resources, right? Now, the thing that kind of shocks me, man, is that even amongst, I mean, it's a real phenomenon, right? That just how this place has changed, man. Like you were saying, you know what I'm saying? It used to be fun in the 90s. Now it's a lot of wokeness out here, and really a lot of LGBTQ. Even the nightlife around here is like woke.
Do you associate them two together?
Not exactly. No. They're two different things.
You don't think that woke and homosexuality kind of like meld together, like being a liberal?
No. That to me, the true root of homosexuality comes from a lack of identity. that person doesn't know exactly what they are at one point, even though they might have the right, the plumbing right in their head somewhere. That's off. Saying that they can't identify themselves with who they are, which is a lack.
What
of
about they just freaky?
That too. You put that in.
Yeah, I would think it'd be more of that than just don't know who they are. I think some people just freaky. They don't care where they get off. I was looking at this dude. I think his name is Nathaniel something. I forget the name of his channel, but he had did some. He used to do a lot of street interviews with women, and all these women was talking about all this freaky stuff that they was doing. I forget where he from too. Talking about, and these was all like Dominican women, Cuban women, Brazilian women. They was like exotic, pretty looking women, but they kept talking about all this freaky stuff they was doing with these dudes. And I was like, you're not meeting one dude, because the woman is beautiful. You would think, okay, she beautiful. She with a cat. They're young and high spirits and physically fit and everything else. You would think it'd be about a them thing. And every last one of these women was talking about some weird stuff the dudes was into, pegging and just weird stuff. And I'm like, what, with you? And they kind of like, laissez-faire about the weird stuff too. So my thing is, why is these women so like hunky-dory with somebody being, suspect or down low? That's the real question. I mean, people had they fetishes and kinks and all this other stuff, but I don't know that I want to hear nothing about no weirdo stuff. Were they rich, older men? These women was young. I don't know that they put a lot of emphasis on their ages, but these women are probably late 20s, early 30s. None of them women look like they could have been over 36, 37. And they didn't look like they was younger than 25. So it's somewhere in the middle of there. So I'm thinking that they messing with dudes is like late 30s, early 40s. So no, not older men. They're not messing with Coach Greg Adams. They're not with no 55-year-old with a bag. They with somebody that's, live in the game with them. So late 30s, early 40s. Somebody like Lord ADS. About that age.
Probably. But no. Women to me, they have options when it comes to their sexuality, right? They can go both ways at any time, and bisexuality amongst women is is openly welcome
like
in our
that.
society.
I don't like that.
What
I really don't want to mess with a gay woman. Someone that's comfortable with like playing both sides of the. I can get upset with you now. I'm gonna go be with a woman. I can get upset with her and go be back with her. I don't like it. She's a freak too. Like the dudes are freaks. She's a freak too. And I think that they'll be trying you or doing some dumb stuff.
Well, nice. That could be the absolute truth there too. I mean, you gotta understand that. People like different stuff, right? It's just to me, they had a thing around here like in Atlanta, right? With these I don't even want to go into it, but it's something I read online, right? About these, it was disgusting. But it's just how it works down here, right? And I think that most women, like I said, since they're sexually ambiguous, I think that's the best way to put it. In a lot of cases, women are sexually ambiguous.
Yeah, I don't like that ambiguity.
Yeah. But to them, that they perceive it differently. Right? In their heads,
I understand they perceive it differently, and I can tell by the way they talk about it. I may have did something fun in college with somebody, but I didn't do this. But you flirted with it, which means that you can come back to that at some point.
I
don't think it's a Lord ADS thing. I think a lot of guys is okay with a woman being AC/DC because they think she'd be more down with a threesome or something like that.
There you go.
So they look at women messing with women as like a party starter because at some point they're gonna want to be penetrated. So let them lap up on each other and see where it goes.
Yeah, somebody got to be there to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to do it. But like I said, man, but there's a lot of that going around here, right? They even had like articles about certain aspects of that, and what they were finding out is that there was just so many around in Atlanta in general, right? I mean, we're talking about condensed population. You know what I'm saying? They got neighborhoods, all that stuff now, man. Where they kind of be at. You know, Piedmont Park, that's a party hub for them. You know what I'm saying? That's their park. So it makes me wonder when I see that the vast majority of them ain't Latin, they ain't white, they black.
Mm.
That's disturbing to me. That makes me feel like, you know what I'm saying, we're trying to extinguish the race, right? That there's such a high number of those.
Think we already there? Think we at the event horizon?
It's super quick. The way we're going right now, because this is why we're working into that's at 30 to 40%, you know what I'm saying, rainbow, right? What happens to the generation after that? What if they 50 to 60%?
Well, if it's 30% like that and people are not getting together or reproducing and young people not doing it, yes, the black hole most powerful point is the event horizon. So I'm thinking that's where we at right now. Because I'm just looking at the attitudes of the people that I've been listening to online. When I look out on the street, people dating still. I don't see this big these young folks, and even if they're not in a serious relationship, they banging. The banging has not stopped. Who they banging, when they banging, how they banging may be different. It's probably more fluidity with the drugs too. But yeah, they banging out here. I just don't think they willing to be serious. But it's a lot of young alcoholics, I didn't know people still drinking lean, but lean sippers, Adderall takers, Xanny takers, Percocet the drugs and the sex is out of control right now. Completely out of control. So it's almost like the 70s. It's like people are like hippie mentally. They like hippies. Anything goes, laissez-faire. Let me see. Let's get back to philosophical though.
Weird way of dressing. That was always trying to be pushed into our community hip hop. We just was like, nah, that's weird. Like that golf, all that weird S&M look. We never was into that. But this generation is like, cool. Like they're just open. You know what I'm saying? So they're open to any influence, any type of, and a lot of those influences come from people of different sexual orientations. A lot of times, which they've always been there. Just that this generation is more open to the suggestion than ever.
So you can see it looks more prevalent. You think so? Yeah, because they're more open to it. So it's definitely more
in person, and they're straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're just open to woman's suggestion more than masculine suggestions. Like,
yeah, I hear young cats that their attitude is like they'll say literally they're not homophobic. The fact that they're saying it that way is to me sounding like some liberal mindset has got there. Just the way that people determine it's a lot of psychobabble, like stuff you would think you would hear from a therapist coming out of young people's mouths, and it's a lot of like I guess you would call that woke. There are a lot of young woke people.
Like it's like you don't doing it because a girl think it's cool. Like that's the only way a man could do that, because a girl can be like, oh, he's fine. Like they still want a woman's approval. So it still comes back to the man and woman dynamic, because they're doing it for the approval of the women. They just want to do anything.
I don't know why they're doing that for the approval of women. You better, my goodness. How you doing, Candy Kane?
Do it.
You know, that's
damn.
No, stop it. That's a primal instinct for men to want women. That's a primal.
What you got to do with being wearing a purse?
I think that he's got a niche there, right? Because it's like the more androgynous these niggas dress around here, the more women I see them with.
So it's like Prince.
Yeah, like some Prince shit. Yeah, so it's sort of similar to it, right?
What up, Wall Street Willie? I was telling somebody the other day, listen, your grandfather was into that androgyny shit too. If you go back and look at some of them records from the 70s and 80s, Dr. Dre was in a damn satin, looked like pajamas and had eyeshadow and all kind of stuff on. Egyptian Lover, Prince, the whole revolution, Andre Simone, all of them had processed hair and skin tight jeans and halter tops. It was weird. Now at the time when it was a lot of record, the 33s they used to sell, they had the album covers, right? Looking at them album covers was a trip back in the day. I don't care if it was Ohio Players, Parliament Funkadelic, LTD, Commodores, all of them was in some.
You leave the Ohio Players alone, Nightish. You leave them alone.
Are you saying? Are you? Ecstasy, yeah, they clothes with skin tight.
You and me, bruh.
Ecstasy, Roller Coaster, yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
It was real. I mean, but everybody from that era, everybody. Even when Isaac Hayes was walking around with that chain as a vest chain. I mean, a chain vest, bare-chested chain vest.
That was a sign of, now walking around bare-chested to me has always been a sign of a man's savagery versus his feminine spirit.
Shit. Did you see the Barcades?
That was the best fashion.
Did you see? No, the music was phenomenal. But did you see Switch? The older DeBarge brothers, Bobby DeBarge and them. They had platform shoes on. Marvin Gaye had on platform shoes.
That was the style. You got to understand. They weren't thinking about.
Oh, so you okay with dudes? So you okay with dudes wearing purses and?
Not all, but we're taking context of the time. Things were much more innocent in the 70s and the 80s. It's the 90s that got the flip off going.
Bullshit. You talking about after Vietnam when people was coming over here having to take damn morphine because they had heroin addiction?
But it still wasn't as sexually.
It was super sexual. You talking about Woodstock and all of that other stuff. People was freaking all outside. You had groupies trying to get behind stage, sleeping with roadies. It's always been freaky deaky. Hey, Sugar Bum. What up, Wall Street Willie? It's always been freaky deaky. So you had some innocence?
Back in the 70s. In the 80s, I was told explicitly as a child in the 80s that all that stuff was not nearly as prevalent as it was now. Because back then, even with the lovemaking scenes back then, you know what I'm saying? They were like a kiss and then it would cut to the morning. Nowadays, they literally are those on TV.
They used to get freaky on. Well, let me see. Let me think about it. Do you remember the TV show called Soap?
No, I do not. What is Soap?
Soap was the what's them three comedians that always it was Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, and what was the third comedian name? Because he was the gay son on Soap. Then you had Bosom Buddies. They was supposedly dressed up two women. Then you had Three's Company. Jack was supposed to be. It was just the manager, Mr. Roper, was zesty. It was so much zest on TV. I can't believe you saying what you're saying right now.
It wasn't so obvious.
It's not like it is now. It's right now so blatant.
Exactly. It was different back then. It was more innocent. Because they actually had laws and standards that they kept.
Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal was the gay son on Soap. I always forget Billy Crystal's name. Billy Crystal's in a lot of movies I like. Him and Gregory Hines in a movie with Jimmy Smith I like. He's in De Niro movies as a psychologist. Billy Crystal got a lot of movies I like.
Billy Crystal. Only movie I remember him in was in that movie with the Muppets and the evil like elf and whatever.
Oh, he got some good movies.
Remember, I'm a '80s baby. I'm talking about Billy Crystal.
Yeah, but see, the 80s is when he was at his peak, the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I was too young to care.
I've been looking at these damn these AI things. They got this creepy ass one where the people lay down in the coffin. Who the fuck made that? But I just got through seeing Lynn Whitfield, Felicia Rashad from The Child all the way up. They had one with Maxwell and Christopher Williams and
Oh, gee. So it shows them like from their childhood
Yeah.
all the way through their adulthood.
in the beginning,
and then-
it looked like it's a father with a son, but it's them and their childhood self. So then they go from them as a child and they morph them into growing up to the grown man. It's a trip, man. It's a trip.
Ooh, yeah, nice. That sounds
It's creepy, but the one with the coffin is the creepiest one. Because you'll see the little person they grow up and then they had their hands like this and then they just lay back. I'm like, what the fuck?
What? Crazy.
Crazy.
Stay away from crazy channels, the weird channels, man. Them folks
Shout out to
there.
757 Skybird. Thank you for the alley-oop. Yeah, Billy Crystal. I always forget his name. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to see that movie with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines and Jimmy Smith is the drug dealer in the movie. That movie is fire. Always has been. I like a lot of Gregory Hines movies, even Taps.
Now, Taps was the one I saw as a kid. I love Taps. Yeah.
You got Sammy Davis, you got Savion Glover. Yeah, that was a classic. I believe one of the Fabulous Nicholas brothers is in there too. He's one of the old men. One of the Fabulous Nicholas brothers is in the 5 Heartbeats. He's their dance choreographer. Do you know who the Fabulous Nicholas brothers are?
No, nice.
Oh my goodness, they did some of the best tap dancing, doing the split spinning. Oh my goodness, you don't know about Black excellence. How dare you? I should drop you for that.
Oh, neither. I'm 46 years old. Stop punishing me.
You only 9 years younger. You only 9 years younger than me. You're
Stop punishing me for not being here.
Let's give you an applause for that acting you just did. You're not being punished, sir.
And look, yo, Mr. Fantastic, no, right? When what you just said, right? That shit scuffed my Tim, son. I hate the fact that niggas would do anything for the approval of women. That shit is crazy. Like, maybe I don't know if it's crazy. It just sounds crazy to me when I hear it said out loud. Now, one thing Illa said, and I agree, it's more prominent now. But Freezy, they put men in dresses that's our age. Maybe more so, maybe a little bit older. Maybe your age, Hank age, maybe Mr. Let Go age. Because Martin and them niggas is your age. Tyler Perry is your age. And them niggas was running around in dresses. Because remember, that's a part of the psyop too. Of feminizing the men, making this shit look normalized and okay.
I think that money is really at the forefront of a lot of these issues. Women want money, men want money to, money is at the root of, people's validation. We live in a capitalistic society. And I think a real man adheres to a strict way of living. What I'm seeing nowadays a lot of times is that, a lot of men go off of feelings of how they feel, which is to me is a feminine trait. And they could be swayed, to and fro, just like the wind, just off of their emotions and feelings. I don't think a real man is influenced by his feelings or emotions. He's, he sticks to a strict set of rules that, that he honors. And I just don't, as far as honor too, there's not a lot of honor too. People, men nowadays don't really care about honor anymore. It's more about come up in the way they look, and impressing. And the reason why men do that, as far as like adhering to what women want them to do or whatever, we care too much about impressing people too much, man. To me, that's childish. That's a childish frame of mind. Impressing people all the time.
You know one thing, right, Strata? because just something Freezy said. So Illa, Freezy, and Mr. Fantastic, let's say, they can get very demonstrative when they get passionate about something, right? Talk loud, talk with their hands, right? But I see it as them being demonstrative and passionate, you know? However, in this landscape, what's the first thing they say? Oh, you emotional. Oh, a nigga sad, right? Have we let that shit go on for too long? Have we been misplacing what that passion is? Like, you see, it's been mischaracterized, you know? What does that make a man because he's demonstrative and passionate? Did that make him some type of, you see what I mean? They try to make a correlation.
I think that it's the misunderstanding of the normal black man. To your point, what it makes them is exactly what you said. They're demonstrative and passionate, nothing more, nothing less. I think that when we're talking about the demasculinization of men, I do see it, right? But I have to say this. If I'm looking at black men in mass and what they're trying, I don't think the tactics have changed, but I think that the quiet majority of us don't subscribe to this shit. Because when I'm in the earth and I'm walking around, men are still upright, Hemp.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It seems like when we talk about showbiz and music, that shit has always been there. It's not going anywhere because most of those men were effeminate to get through the door, right? But I will say, if I'm like, I see what they're trying to do, but then when I compare it to what I actually see outside, it doesn't quite match 1-to-1.
Nighters.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The part that's missing out of this argument is that they don't understand that standing on your morals and laurels when in Hollywood, where it demands a certain amount of money, you can you can lose everything. And a lot of brothers ain't want to lose everything.
So then you willing to give up ass in order to keep the contract? You on that Terry Crews shit?
There's a lot of brothers who do that, but the main piece of that gets left out of this though is that there are special interests pushing this out to us. There are people paying those people to do that, right? That's the part we're missing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just for clout. It ain't just so they can get other roles. They can get that from minor roles. But what you're seeing is those interest groups putting these brothers out there on front face because, like they were saying, they're trying to.
They're pushing an agenda.
Exactly, because I think this is a way of now that they had a combination of things for a while, right? Deletion and then the LGBTQ thing, right? To wipe us out. At least to lessen our numbers even more, right? To the point we live like on reservations around here. But they got rid of one piece of it, but the other piece is in full effect. So black men and black women aren't getting together. They're just getting with people in their same gender, right? Which is extinguishing or just great. It actually grants more access to other men to come get those women, to be honest with you. You know, right? It really does. Because if you got this much over here and the women say, okay, I can't get what they want over there. And then you got these other groups of men placating to your women, then guess what? They get to run through your women. You know, right? You know, and more inner turmoil, right? So how do black people choose each other, right? How do black women choose black men? Over 60% of men with felonies have kids versus over almost 35.
That makes sense though, don't it?
It doesn't really. No.
Yeah, because a lot of people look at those felons and whatever else as, the alpha male. That they think that's what masculinity is. If you ain't got no felonies and you won't put feet and hands on somebody, they look at you like you's a sucker, like you's a lame. That's always been the situation. You know that.
Yep, that's the influence of
Yeah, it's a psychological thing because Hollywood has always pushed the bad boy. They took a small hat man and made him into Arthur Fonzarelli. That man was not Italian. He was not no mob dude. He had on leather jackets, t-shirts, and rolled up jeans. They had him looking like what's his name? On the waterfront, what's his name? Marlon Brando. They had him looking like Marlon Brando. Brando was the first one I saw dressed like that.
Yeah. But what it didn't argue.
Or the Bowery Boys.
You had the influence of the music, which outweighed seems like everything out of all the stuff that we've been, the music that we incorporate subliminally has stuck with us for almost 40 years. You know, right? The media.
You don't think it would have been effective without the music?
Not without
the Bad Boy.
No,
Did the Bad Boy need the music to go with it?
Nice. Without the music, this don't go. Not just with the movie, with the TV show. Without the music, this don't go.
I don't know.
If anything, what that does, if you got bad, I hate to say it, but bad media in the black community, if it's nothing but bad media, it just makes people weaker, right? And they tend to go out and want to integrate more into society. So, but that's a whole nother class, right? A whole nother conversation. But yeah, besides that, I mean, look at the brainwashing we've been through. You know what I'm saying? We champion the thug as a hero in our community. The guy who can't stay out of prison, a hero in our community, right?
Yeah.
Versus the guy who goes to work every day, works a 9 to 5, and keeps the city services going so you can still flush your toilets, you know, right? We consider him, you know what I'm saying, almost equivalent. Or actually, I think they put the homeless man before they put the working man in today's society.
That's unfortunate, but that man got to value himself more. He has a level of intellect, and he should know better. The fact that you have such a brilliant, I have a cousin like that, and I'm not going to put him on blast. So smart, work out all the time, and just be tricking. Like it's the thing to do. I could never understand it. But then again, I look weird to him too because I just can't do it.
So it's
breaking bread to break bread.
It's a socially awkward thing. That's what it really comes down to. Socially awkwardness, right? You can have everything, all the tangibles, but if you don't got a mouthpiece in the black community, because it's not run by character, it's run by charm and charisma, right? So if you got enough talent, charm, and charisma, you can get anybody's attention or conversation with anybody. But if you don't have those certain things to
that sounds like the women run it.
That's what it is. You hit that on the nail. But you know what I'm saying?
It's a matriarchy.
Yeah.
So if you can't convince her to give you something she already want to give you, that's ridiculous. But it is what it is.
Am I making sense?
Yes, you're making sense. The only thing I say, and it's not even a retort or anything, is just that they are more popular than the men walking around day to day, keeping the world alive. You know,
that part.
So I guess the propaganda, you know, seems to be overrunning the everyday brother.
Facts.
You know, coupled with all of us got to make 100,000 to get access to a woman all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, talk your shit.
Yeah, I think that's the part that we're going to have to reconcile with, is that the life of the average upright black man can't be sensationalized because it's a life of consistency, right? And most of these fellas, they're upright, but they're real silent. Those that know them value them, right? First number in their contacts. But to the world, they don't know quite how to monetize the upright black man yet. Because it wouldn't make sense to the propaganda that's led to here.
Damn, that's good. That's good.
Heard up.
Did you want to add to that, Illa? I gotta.
No, that was heavy, like, because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't monetize it. You know what I'm saying? Because in that, if they allow that, it will expose their true intention, which is to not have you have that. Because if they allow you, if that man is promoted, that man will become the man. Because he's always been that. Because even in our lowest state, the most influent outside of course finances, unfortunately, we don't have all the wealth. But as far as the definition of what a man looks, feel, sound like, confirms that this is official, that's the black man for the planet in our lowest state. So they know if they're promoting that type of man, that type of stalwart brother, that'll just undermine this whole thing, because you're dealing with somebody who's it's an inferiority complex you're dealing with. You're dealing with a system that has been able to finance their insecurities. They have industrialized and corporatized their insecurities. You're dealing with a whole different type of monster. So you're really dealing with some insecure shit. It's penis envy. It's a lot of pause, but it's a lot of sexual jealousy. It's a lot of weird shit going on when it comes to this up there with other races of people and men when it comes to the black man. You are very virile and you represent a certain energy that's naturally attracted to people when you're broke. So if they empower that, what you think like that's like a powder keg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely understand. Now, there's these retorts that come as soon as you say that, like, white men ain't scared of no niggas.
I never used the word fear. I didn't say they scared like scared.
No, I was about to go down the whole game. It's all the words that come out. But go ahead, talk it. You want to?
They're not scared. That's what I'm saying. Like when you think like them, then yeah, they're not scared to go to war. yeah, they're not scared to kill you. No, we got that.
Yeah,
they're scared to deal with you when those options are alleviated. When it's just my energy, how I resonate, how I communicate, how I resonate with people versus your ability to communicate. They're gonna lose every time. So it has to go to that. So yeah, you're gonna kill us. We get it. You're the military complex. Yeah, we get it. But we still influence your children. You have to create systems to make our children do stuff. We just pop up. He's cool. I want to be like him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Everybody want to be like Mike, right? Yeah, word is born. Okay.
And I got love for brother. I got a good brother, people I work with. I don't have no problem with white folks. I'm talking about just historically, overall, on the bigger picture. Not just some brother white dudes that's cool, they know how to handle themselves and all that. I'm just saying overall, like the conflict.
Yeah, you understand. Yeah, no, it was clear. Mr. Let Go and Mr. Fantastic. There's one thing, right? We talk about how, do y'all agree that the young boys are more accepting of these things that would be considered effeminate first?
Yeah. And there's a reason why though, because social media has taken control of how young people think, and back just like what Strada said, when he goes out in the world, I think that's what you said, he doesn't see that, right? So it was a huge dichotomy between social media or men on social media and men out in the world. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest issue. So young people, they're more socially awkward and they're not accepted due to the fact that they are more effeminate. They don't feel safe outside. They can't fight. They've never been in a fight. So being outside, they didn't go outside and play when they were kids. We went outside and played. We went outside and fought. We went outside and played games. We went outside and did all kinds of shit. Like when we went outside, we couldn't even go back inside. We literally had to search for water, literally from somebody's water hose. We'll go on the side of somebody's house and then turn on the water hose and drink water because we literally could not go in the house if we got thirsty because we had to stay in the house. So we were forced to be outside. This new generation don't never go outside because the mothers are thinking like, oh my God, if my kid goes outside by themselves, somebody's going to snatch them or something. So didn't nobody snatch us because we was always around each other. It'd be like 3, 4 boys or, the girls be with each other. So now, since nobody's really able to make friends, when a kid did go outside, they're literally by themselves. So they looking around like, okay, I'm outside. What do I do? There's no kickball. There's no hide and go seek. They don't know what to do when they go outside. So they go right back in the house. So they grow up being in the house and looking at people on social media. And the people on social media are the effeminate, socially awkward people that literally talk shit about the rest of the world because they're scared of the rest of the world. So they shit on the masculinity. That's where toxic masculinity came from, because socially awkward people, it's like this. If you don't like something, you're going to demonize it. So the people on social media demonize everything that's outside to make outside not something somebody wants to see.
Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah, social media is a small contingent of it. I mean, this is literally being taught in schools. We're having to fight schools about, what is a woman, what is a man, right? So I think social media is not even secondary to the influence.
I will say this about outside, because I used to be outside always too, because it's a fact. You couldn't run in and outside the house, so you had to be outside, and you definitely was going to drink up out of a water hose. But nowadays, more recent time, it really ain't nothing out there. Bunch of angry people. I name all them restaurants I used to go to. Bunch of angry people. What you upset for? And it is not like it was in the 80s and 90s. It's just now just angry people that's just willing to go off about anything. And it's not even a real thing going on. But yeah, shout out to the shout outs.
That these kids get from the sexuality being a spectrum. None of these things came through social media. These came through direct political and propaganda through the educational system and through society, right? So when we look at that and we understand that, we could remember you can still say nigga all day. You better not say the F-bomb though. We all used to use that wonderful 6-letter F word. We used to love it. And nobody had a problem with it. But we've allowed that group of people to gain so much power and influence as where if you say that, you get canceled, right? So I think the social media aspect of it is there. I'm not saying it's not. You got boys doing TikTok dances and doing all these things to be trendy, right? But it's much deeper than the social media aspect, bro. This is woven in the fabric of Western culture to where feminism happened and the fathers being removed from the homes on all sides. We suffered the most, but the respect for the man and the father being removed from Western society to where toxic masculinity, I think somebody brought it up earlier, that's one of the biggest influences.
So Hank, right? In terms of the fathers being removed, the boys are being effeminized. It seems like we all agree. Also, I think scientifically, I saw this. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Testosterone is lower than ever in men and boys.
Yes.
Hank, is it still a good enough reason to say that the fathers were removed if the 80s were 40 years ago? Like the fathers, these kids are, so Gen Z is what, 15 through 26, something like that? Right? I'm 39, so those my kid, right? Like at what point is that bullshit if all the boys are being effeminized and we don't got no more soldiers?
Look, man, I'm gonna say
Or
this.
is it? Or if I'm bugging, I'm bugging. Go ahead.
Now, I'm gonna say this, man. I think it's the parents' fault. I don't give a shit what your child see on social media. You need to reinforce it. You need to pour into something different. If my son or my daughter's out there seeing something and I find out that they're watching it, I'm going to be the first to say, no, this shit ain't real. Don't believe it. And I'm gonna pour in what till I know. People need to be more involved with their kids in the school. We're allowing this shit to happen. Man, there's no way. There's a certain time period. There's no way you would see a boy out here wearing a goddamn dress. He will get shamed, talked about, and all that shit. Look, I go back to the days of Flip Wilson. I don't know if some of y'all may not remember.
Yeah, Geraldine.
He used to do Geraldine on the TV show. That's how far I go back with it. Now, of course, doing the Richard Pryor days, he cross-dressed and all that. That shit's sickening to me, Pam. But us as fathers got to make sure we stay on top of that. We have to. We know a lot of these black women are accepting to that homosexual lifestyle. They got them in their friend circle. They okay with it. If the father says something about his son being a punk, they're going to be the first one to sit there and say, no, leave little Johnny alone. Bullshit. Put foot to ass on little Johnny. What the fuck does he want to wear a mascara for? Why does he want to be okay with trying on dresses? Why is he talking about at Halloween? I want to be dressed as the princess instead of being dressed as a Daredevil or Captain America or some shit like that. He wants to be Wonder Woman. I'll be goddamn. That's some crazy shit, Amp.
It's crazy. Where did the fathers fall, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the father's been gone, like you said, for like 30, 40 years. So the fatherless household stuff, we didn't have fathers. My dad is still alive, but he wasn't around. So like none of the people I grew up with had fathers except one of my friends. And I'm not saying we grew up okay, because some of them dead, some of them in jail, some on crack, so I'm not saying that everybody I grew up with is good, but
my father was around, but that back to the not talking stuff. If he could just grunt for words, he'd grunt for words. But no talking going on. He mainly talked when I was in trouble. Did something to school, right?
He makes a good point. This has been generational now. This has been going on 3 or 4 decades, right? There's been a lapse of fathers in the home. This is kind of feels like that might be the fruits of tuition of this, right? Or fruition here, in this circumstance. But they're not saying the reason why there aren't fathers in the home, because your daddy got 15 other kids. 17% of black men are making over 60% of the babies.
Good thing
You
or
know,
bad thing?
horrible thing. It's breeding. It's just breeding. What they're breeding is ball players, I guess, nowadays. At least trying to win a genetic lottery, right? Of some sort. But yeah, man, the weirdness is wiping us out, man.
So now you got men that ain't having no kids.
That's a larger percentage than ever. Because remember, 43% of all
So
men
is the
don't
dude having
procreate.
15 kids all that bad, or is it the men that ain't having no kids is really bad?
The man who has no kids, to me, due to selective breeding, is in the worst position. Because it's not because of his hard work and determination, not because of his ethnics, not because of how he thinks or how he moves. It's because he doesn't have the key core functions, right? You gotta be over 6 foot tall. The vast majority of black men are 5'6", 5'7". You gotta
I'm
make
sure dudes is having a hard time getting women.
you gotta make over 100K.
I don't think broke dudes is having a hard time getting women.
But those are the brothers that are being left out of these policies now. And you can say what you want, but that speaks volumes to what I'm seeing. You know, that's what I actually see out here. Those brothers be in groups of brothers. And that's for a reason, man.
So what it looks like is the JPs of the world is going to populate the place. Because they're going to keep having them 15 kids by a bunch of women. And all you intellectual brothers going to be philosophical and I have no kids at all.
I wouldn't say that. You know, for me,
Intelligent people, college educated people end up having a only child or two.
or 3, depending on who you're dealing with.
Rarely 3.
Well, that equates to Nightish that I got one out the way and I got one to go. So stop giving me a hard time about that. But I'm just saying.
No, I'm not giving you a hard time. You'll have idiocracy in real life. You have a
I'm
bunch
just
of
saying.
unintelligent people breaking into your house.
I'm just saying that I don't have issues getting women if I'm just specifically looking at women in general. It's the type of women I like that are difficult to get. And I know that. I understood that, right? When I had this preference, I understood that these women were not going to be simple, right? So that's the quota there. I could get in the door. I can even get to the first and second. You know how many chicks I hit this year, Nightish? 2-3 times, and just like the thing is over.
But you say you don't like to be tied down. You like to move around.
Not necessarily. Nowadays, I'm starting to see there's safety in monogamy. A lot more safety in monogamy than we first thought. You know, right? Especially out here in these streets. So, you know, that make sure that the N word is, you know, saying leave that on the table, because that is potentially a possibility, right? Because like I said, it's too many. Do you know how many people out here got STIs Nightish? We talking about the herb dirt. We talking about the mother load.
A lot of people I'm hearing.
Yeah, find you somebody clean and get off to the side of the road.
That's not what people doing though. Everybody trying to make a party go on forever. They don't want to say, hey, I'm old. It's time for me to calm down. Nope. Coach Greg Adams is 50-something still talking about partying and vacationing.
But that's for his channel, though. I don't think Greg Adams is really like that. Just you talk about a little bit of Urkel. Have you listened to him?
I listen to him a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah,
I can't listen to none of these people too long because they'll start contradicting themselves. Even in that debate he had, he said he think marriage is a great thing. He not trying to get married though. So how do you think it's great and you not wanting to do it?
I mean, Andrew kind of ate him up on that, though. Really. And
No, he
then
lost
tried
that. Andrew lost that debate.
No. Andrew won that debate.
Hands down, he lost it.
He won that debate, bro. That was a good debate. He won that one. The principles of marriage. See, but that's the problem in the BC.
No, see,
You
that's
can't
that's
you can't
pie in the
distinguish
sky
what their marriage
mentality.
life
Real
is like
life and real life
versus
men is getting
our
toward
marriage life is
now.
like. See, their marriage life is different from our marriage life. It's much more peaceful
No, it's not.
and harmonious.
The manosphere was white folks at first, crying about their women. And then O'Shea and them left from over there because they found out a bunch of them was Klan members.
Yeah, that's obvious, right? I mean, act like you ain't know that the original manosphere was a bunch of white males. So they're gonna have some white male ideology. Yeah.
Well, evidently they didn't get it. Took them a minute. So then O'Shea, Obsidian, Angry Man, and Donovan Sharp left. But before that, they was heavily into it. Yeah. So now women just get to see men on panels, what my good friend Sugar Bone would say, Shicey Bone would say, crying.
Nobody grew up in this effeminate shit. You feel me? So there's something to be understood with the no fathers. Is it because this effeminate stuff seems to be something that is fairly new? So it's not the no father thing. I think it's more of social media and the algorithm pushing something towards us, and we're starting to see it more and more. And then we see more and more people being okay with it. And then now we're just like, oh, okay, well, this is okay. I'm gonna do it. Certain things have to be known. Like there used to be like man code when I grew up. There's no man code no more. So young boys or men, they just do stuff. And there's no man code.
Yeah, but Mr. Lecko, if as a man, we see certain things in your son or your nephews or your little cousins or whatever the case may be, it should have been addressed on site.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we let that shit slide? Oh, well, he's young. He's not around here playing with dolls. He's just a kid. Bullshit. Why wasn't it addressed then? No, you don't need to be playing with your sister's dolls. Go get them Lincoln Logs, them Legos, and them Tonka toys. Go play with your little men or something. Why is he so enamored about getting this? I understand social media, and I agree with that part. But when we see it, it needs to be addressed. Father in the home or not. Whenever my kids will come to me, and when I see certain questionable things, you need to address it. Then you need to have a conversation with your ex or your baby mama or whatever title she got. Why is he? What's going on with this shit he got going on? Why is he talking about watch these girl cartoons and looking at certain things and talking to certain? Why is he moving like this? So now, as parents, we got to come together. Now you're gonna be an uphill battle if your ex is okay with that bullshit. Now you're in a fight by yourself. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But it's got to be addressed as soon as we see questionable things. I don't care if they not your goddamn son or no kin to you. Say, hey man, ain't how a young man should act. Why can't it be addressed? That's what happens back in the days when we see certain things, man. Unfortunately, we some punk ass parents and we not taking care of our business. We're not doing like we used to do. We're not shaming these motherfuckers. We're not making them feel bad. We're making excuses for them. We passing laws for them. We doing everything else but addressing the real issue.
Can I add this to the conversation, Hemp?
It's okay.
What do you think about this?
Let me go like this, right? Just make sure. Strata, I know Illa want to get in. I know Freezy unmuted a little while ago. So, but
what do you think about this?
I mean,
Hemp?
but Nidas,
That
he
the
is right.
impact of black
He is right as
fathers is
rain.
still TBD. What I mean by that,
Nidas,
I hear you.
he is right as rain. You take that toy out of his hand and jerk a knot in his little ass. Like, what are you doing all this girly stuff for?
Think it's gonna be a fight?
Between who?
Like Gabrielle Union and whatever dude name is, the basketball player. They're gonna defend the gayness. Fight for his right to be gay.
Oh, nice. You better not tempt me.
Fight for his right to dress up like a princess.
She better not tempt me.
I saw a father take a picture with his son dressed up like a whole woman. I wasn't that long ago. All the aunties and women was out there supporting his right to dress like that.
That was a man. It really is shameful, bro. Just to hear those brothers. But the way it's kind of weird, right? With the way, you know what I'm saying? You know, his. I think they leak too much of his personal life too. You know, he leaks too much of his personal life out there, right? I mean, yeah, him and Gabrielle Union are married, but boy, he put her ass on a 50-50. A 50-50.
She rich, ain't she?
Yeah.
So how come she can't help?
Yeah.
How's a 50-50 going? Yeah, Dwayne Wade. Thank you, Myrie. How's that gonna hurt you? So let me understand this. You ain't got you a bachelor's degree, a PhD, and whatever else, and now we dating, and you want, let me see, I got a clip for that. You want the Heavy D video. Where is it at? I didn't play this thing enough. People should know about now. You want.
Girl, all I know is what's mine is mine and what's his is mine. Okay.
You want that kind of hookup.
Yeah. You know
And then a dude think that his masculinity is tied to how much he'll pay for. I better be paying for the majority of stuff or I ain't a man.
No, Nightish. Because I'm going to use that same line on her ass. What's mine is mine and what's yours is mine. What do you mean? You rich and I'm rich, but I got to pay for everything.
Yeah, that's the mindset. That's the mindset. You as a man have a responsibility. You're ordained to carry the heavy load. You're supposed to put her in a position where she could be in her soft girl era.
And she can be, as long as she give me access to her account. She can be in her soft girl era like never before. In my loving arms. But she gonna pay for some shit. Okay? Why am I letting you lay up all day and do nothing while I bust my ass?
Because everybody told you that's what it's supposed to be.
We ain't got no kids.
Society and your aunties and these other women told you that's how it's supposed to be. But it's a bunch of men that'll tell you that too. This is what you're supposed to do.
So I'm gonna leave my nice, pretty young wife at the house. I mean, I work from home already, right? But you know, I'm gonna let her just roam and do whatever she pleases during the day, because we ain't got no kids. What she got to do around here? Wash a couple dishes, maybe a load of clothes, maybe vacuum the living room the whole day.
Maybe she might hire somebody to do that.
There you go. That too. But yeah, she got lazy ass to go do something too. Sit around watching me all day, bust my ass, and you up in here watching Oprah? Really?
Yeah, yes, for sure. Why not? You a man, ain't you? They hit you with that one. You a man, ain't you? Ain't that what a man's supposed to do? You never heard them? You never heard it like that before? That's a new thing.
I ain't never heard that before. That's new to me. Shit. Really? Is that the new shit though?
I don't think that's new. I think that's been said a lot. What a man's supposed to do. Let me see. That's under a song. Barry White said that in Secret Garden.
I will do all the things a man's supposed to do.
Yeah, yeah. All they need is one man to say it so it can be repeated. How do we keep the music playing?
Like
you do everything.
To the music is subliminal, Nightish. The music in our heads is subliminal. Man, we take on.
Well, that song is James Ingram and Patty Austin.
Secret Garden?
No, how do we keep the music playing? How do we make it last? That one. That's old school. Maybe it's too old for you. Because you keep trying to say you young or some shit.
Stop blaming me for not being.
I'm not blaming you for nothing. I thought you knew music. You don't know who James Ingram or Patty Austin is? That's crazy.
I heard of James Ingram as a kid and Patty Austin as a kid. So like I said, my mom had a lot of those like records. Like back in the day, I remember she had like all the cassette tapes. Then she had all like the CD, like the CDs.
So now you're trying to make a 9-year age difference make me seem like I'm an old ass man.
10 years is a long time, man.
I'm only 9 years older, brother. I don't know why you keep trying to make me into something I'm not. And 10 years is not a long time. So you're saying that a 35-year-old should mess with a 25-year-old?
No, that's consenting adults. That's a whole different conversation. I'm not saying that, Nightish. I'm just saying I'm not as well vested as you are. That's all I'm saying. I mean, you know this stuff inside. Now, I do not know this stuff inside. Now, I grew up on the records, the CDs, the music, and I'm grateful to the good heavenly being that put my house more than R&B or rap. Because
to that.
I didn't grow up on R&B, nor I did grow up on rap. I barely could keep up with that stuff. I was into my thing. You know what I'm saying? My people were funkadelic type people. They like funky stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I end up listening to that all day instead of the other stuff. And I think it did something to my head. It's wild to me, right? Wow.
Let's see. Let's get back to it. Party people.
Is I think black fathers have re-entered the home, but our children and our youth, they're still knee babies and they're still coming up. I still think we need maybe a runway about maybe 10 years. So like, let's say Mr. Fantastic's children, you got babies, I got a little one, like all of us up here, the men that are involved, we had to recorrect and redirect, right? So I think before we can even gauge where we are with black man influence, we have to put a TBD because we're course correcting right now. So you really won't be able to see the influence until your kid becomes of age. Let's see what it looks like when your kid is a teenager. You feel me? Like we're stepping back. So that's why I say, what do you think about a TBD? Because we're back now. You feel me?
You're saying that the impact can't quite be measured just yet.
Right.
Because the fathers that are actually involved, their kids are still rather young, right? So we can't properly gauge it because we don't have a big enough sample size.
Right.
I like it. Ella, go ahead.
I like Trotter, man. Like word is born. That was official, bro. I want to add on to that. Because I want to respond to Let Go. I want to respond to something that he said, not to go against y'all, just add on to it, a lot of stuff. Real quick, Let Go, you was talking about the social media. You're right. And I think the problem is we lost a lot of social rights and passions when these kids just been in the house all day. Like a lot of stuff we learned from just, like you said earlier, just being outside, just being around each other. Like that's where we learned a lot of nuance of social interaction by dealing with, circumstances socially, you know what I mean? Even though like just fighting, falling, getting down, knowing how to snap back, knowing how to dress, just knowing how to acclimate yourself and find yourself in real time, in reality. That was taken away from kids. So that I want to add to that. But hey, when you was talking about the fathers is going, I think it's more so basically the same thing I was saying, Let Go. Like basically it's just they don't have any social interaction. And this is what I want to say what you said. What you're talking about is true, but I think it speaks to improper mate choosing. Because if you had a point when you with your wife at year 5, year 7, and this is when you find out she don't have a problem, she has a problem with your
Do you even see these kind of men in existence? Men who want to be mentors, men who want to be coaches, men who want to be teachers. Do you even see them in existence in your real life? What up, Goody Beans?
Where I live at, yes, I do. But I live out there I live in right, by Quinette, right? So over here, there's a lot of Latin, a lot of Asian, and a lot of different communities over here. So you do see those men over there having conversation with the boys sometimes, talking to them or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But mentorship, somebody just say, okay, I'll take this group of boys under my wing and, you know what I'm saying, try to guide them. I haven't seen that as much. No, not at all, really. I think I saw that on a commercial one time, but I don't think I've ever seen that really like that, right?
Gooda Bean says something about a song. What song is he talking about? What song are you talking about, Gooda Beans? Or is that Gooda Beans? That could be Gooda Beans. What song are you talking about? Hey, listen, y'all. Y'all got to get the same spill. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that like button. What song is Gooda Beans talking about? What song are you talking about? Let me see. It's in the chat. Let me see. Okay, we all the way at the top. I see TK, Candy Cane, Wall Street Willie, Ills, Bassini, Sugar Bum, Almond Chalk, TK, My Read, then it says, the first time I see Gooda Beans, it says, how much for the song? I don't mind paying. I feel like y'all would fuck with it. I dropped it in the chat. I don't see it in the chat, though. Drop it right now. Drop it again.
Looks like Power. Which version of Power is he talking about? Right? I think there are.
It's a song, he said, but I don't see the song. It's called Power, but I don't see the song. All I see is him. Anybody in the chat, y'all see the song Power by Gooda Beans? I don't see it. And I done scrolled through a couple times. I don't see no song. But let's see. I got a song if you want to hear a song. Let me see. We got ADS up here. Got me up here. You want to hear a song? I got a song. Let me see.
This ain't a party record. It's that still breathing record. Move if you alive. It's the rhythm it take to dance through what we gotta live through. Every step heavy, every move bruised. Still standing, still swinging, still here too. It's the rhythm it take to dance through what we gotta live through. Ain't no joy without scars in view. We don't dance for fun, we dance for proof. Roll back the rug, make space for survival. Floor full of trauma, feet still tribal. Mama said stay in, danger outside. Danger moved in, sat next to pride. Bills on the table, grief in the sink. Phone full of names I don't hear ring. We don't sneak out just to feel cool. We step out cause the walls feel cruel. Every block hum like a war drum. Every heartbeat say don't run. If I move stiff I break. If I move loose I live. That's the give and take. No chandeliers, just ceilings caving. No still move through. Cause stopping in the pain gets you. It's the rhythm it take to dance through the way. We gotta live through. Every step, every move, bro. Still standing, still swinging, still here too. It's the rhythm it take to dance. We gotta live through. Gotta enjoy it without scars in view. We don't dance for fun, we dance for proof. Bad boy label since youth. Ain't bad, just aware of the truth. Top seat, bed, street, seafood. System C, bodies, not roots. Sun came up on empty rooms. Last cut short, plans on mute. Everybody here got something to lose. That's why the movement sharp, not loose. If mama checked my room, she fine. Survival mapped out line by line. No dreams framed, no posters. Just exit plans and closure. Music loud so the thoughts don't talk. Bass hit hard so the fear can't walk. Radio playing like a heartbeat flat. Kick, snare, life bounce back. We ain't celebrating it, we concentrating. Every step is defiance, every sway is patience. Ooh, yeah. It's the rhythm it take to dance. What we gotta live through. Muscle memory, pain and groove. Still moving, cause we refuse. It's the rhythm it take to dance. What we gotta live through. If I fall, let the beat still move. Tell them I lived, I didn't just make do. Yeah. This ain't joy. This is motion. Emotion. Mean life. Mean life. Yeah. This ain't a party record. It's that still breathing record. Move if you alive. It's the rhythm it take to dance. Through what we gotta live through. Every step, every move, bruise. Still standing, still swinging, still here too. It's the rhythm it take to dance. Through what we gotta live through. Ain't no joy without scars in view. We don't dance for fun, we dance for proof. Roll back the rug, make space for survival. Floor full of trauma, feet still tribal. Mama said stay in, danger outside. Danger moved in, sat next to pride. Bills on the table, grief in the sink. Phone full of names I don't hear ring.
Oh, it's on the loop. Excuse me, guys. Start it all over again.
Well, Nightish, what was I doing, man? I was going to say something profound. The shit I forgot. Damn, I forgot, Nightish, man. Go ahead.
Song was too fire, blew your mind.
Yes, so. I mean, it was cool. It was cool little something, West Coast vibe to it,
Why y'all think everything is West Coast? I didn't sound like West Coast at all. I was straight up jazz. You heard this and thought West Coast? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Out just to feel cool. We step out cause the walls feel cruel. Every block hum like a war drum. Every heartbeat say don't run. If I move stiff, I break. If I move loose, I live. That's the give and take. No chandeliers, just ceilings caving. No fairy tales, just time we wasting. If the night catch fire, we still move through. Cause stopping in the pain gets you. It's the rhythm it take to dance through the way. We gotta live through. Every step, every move, bro. Still standing, still swinging, still here too. It's the rhythm it take to dance. We gotta live through. Gotta enjoy it without scars in view.
That man said jazz sound like the West Coast. Shout out to the West Coast then.
No. The reason why I say it sounds West Coast is because it sounds upbeat and kind of tropical, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a remote destination type vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when I think of West Coast. I think of remote destination vibe, right? Because California, you got Las Vegas, you got Texas. Those are like considered to me to be like really nice remote destinations. Right? Versus Florida, that doesn't have definitely doesn't have that booty base to it. So, and then we talk about any place in the South, it's got to have that booty base to it. So you're talking about East Coast, it's got kind of a cold vibe, right? Kind of a drop beat to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything kind of a drop beat that way. So
then what does this sound like?
see, that's got an up north vibe to it, at least in the intro. The drop beat.
Let's see this one. I like the funkadelic vibe to it. But it sounds very futuristic and AI driven. Hater. Hate. My goodness. This man can find a problem with everything. I got you right here, though.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Crazy. One's too tropical, one's too futuristic.
What you trying to make your son masculine, that speaks to a deeper issue. How well do you know this person? What do y'all talk about values? A lot of us don't really have proper courting. It's just she's cute. She thinks I'm attractive. I have a decent job. She has a decent job. My credit's pretty good. Her credit's pretty good. Her family's okay. All right, it's okay. Okay, the sex is cool. Let's do this thing. And that's not really how you become in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You really gotta be a friend. Like, I don't know what, I don't want to drift off, but people are not, you have to be friends with your woman, man. Y'all gotta be cool. That gotta be your homie. They gotta be friends with this woman. That's their fucking business partner, or just she's fulfilling a role. You know what I'm saying? A societal wife, a societal husband. You don't know this motherfucker, because there's no way you're supposed to find out your woman feel that adamantly about that, something that serious. Once the kid is 5 and 6, it's like, what are y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? But to ultimately close it with Strada, brother, that was an excellent point. And it also speaks to the bigger picture with our people. We, like you said, we don't know the impact of our what we've done with our children yet. So if we take that same psychology back to our people and back to the things we went through, you have to wait and see how much we've done or how much we've grown. Like, we're still in the space where we're still directly from we're only about 50, 60 years removed from all the major events, plus sporadic shit, but all the real major events that totally shaped the foundation of Black society. You think you're going to figure that out in 30 years, 40 years? Like, things have to play themselves out. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're in the midst of the aftermath. And it's just like people want the aftermath to be faster than the attack. Like, how the hell something that took, let's just say, and I'm being generous, let's just say something that happened for 500 years, and I'm just being small. How you think you're going to recover from that in 50 years, in 40 years, in 30 years with less money? We gotta let things play out. So excellent point by Strata, and let go in him. You know what I'm saying? That was dope.
Yo, that's interesting. And 2K was up here. He was saying, you know, we talk about the violence and all that from Black people, right? He was illustrating a point that gangs in New York lasted a long time. They was out here wilding for a long time, trying to get it right for a long time, you know? And so now Black people are still, he was just making a point, like, still normalizing, right? You got to almost let the shit play out. You know, just got right 60, 70, you know, in the 60s and 70s, voting and the whole 9 yards to get an opportunity. Redlining stopped in what? Technically 1968. But, you know, even though they say no more redlining, it'll probably take 10 years for it to get out of the system. You know what I'm saying? Just a whole lot of things kind of when you really start processing it. Like, how long have Black people had an opportunity?
Can I say something real quick? Hey,
that's it. And then we get Freezy after that.
Okay, yeah, just not to cut your wisdom. I was talking on the panel today. A lot of us, we got to get the crack out of our system, but a lot of us got to remember, in our generation, think about it. A lot of us and our people in our generation ain't really start drinking water that much till they got in their 20s. Water was a punishment drink. You ain't getting juice, you getting water. That wasn't even, you got a generation of people who went years without letting water be in their main beverage. Like we got to give our people a break. Not excuse, but hold up. We got some shit to get through. But I'll digress.
No, that's interesting.
That's real.
That's interesting.
Water wasn't the thing.
It was shit like
that. Water. What?
No, real shit. Niggas used to do sugar water, nigga. Straight.
Yup.
Straight.
Water was a punishment, man.
Real shit. And syrup sandwiches, man. Freezy, what up, though?
Man, y'all making me reminisce. I want to ask you, on that clip you played, was that A$AP Rocky about to kiss a white boy or something? Was that?
Nah, that's a girl, but I think she's like a non-binary or something.
Oh,
you know her. You ever seen this movie Jawbreaker? Y'all remember that movie? Just watch it when you get a chance. It's an interesting movie, but essentially this guy is like a pedophile, and then she get him and like chain him up. He end up jumping off the building. Y'all know The Conjuring?
Yeah.
The dude who playing The Conjuring, he's like the pedophile in the show and shit. So her name is, damn, I can't remember her name, but now she identifies like non-binary or some shit, but it's a girl though. But that's why it looks so crazy that he would even do that, because most people think it's a nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But along the lines of what Mr. Let Go said as far as social media, that's a common issue that a lot of people name as far as why we see the dysfunction, especially in the Black community, right? But I think as men, you know, we're here to assess situations for now and for the future. We know social media is here and it's here to stay. Social media ain't going nowhere. So as men, we got to be prepared for that, right? And also, I just want to say this too. Everything on social media, in my humble opinion, is not bad, right? Social media ain't it's not all bad. There are a lot of constructive outlets on social media that could fine tune a person's life. I think what we truly need, as far as, especially with kids and women and ignorant men, just needs to be more guidance, right? There needs to be more guidance, and there needs to be more of a respect level when it comes to somebody who is here to offer that guidance. Nobody respect nobody. Don't nobody respect nobody, man. Everybody want to be the man. Everybody want to be the woman. Everybody want to be the shit. There's no order in this. The order has gone out the window. You mentioned the gangs in New York. I think even with those gangs in New York, they still had somewhat of a family structure still intact, right? With the fathers and stuff going to work. These dudes was gangsters. They was going to the steel mill. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that we need more. The men, it's all contingent upon the men. I know, you know, we always been having these conversations for a long time as far as, you know, how women have thrown a lot of stuff out of socket, you know, the single mom syndrome and all that kind of stuff. Men got to get it. We got to get it together. It's on us, man. I'm telling you. You know, you don't have to have sex with that woman with the big ass and the titties and whatever. You know, but when we say that, that's another man will say Freezy is dick policing. I'm not trying to dick police. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you how to live a better quality life. We got to be able to listen to reason and how to listen to something that's going to actually improve your life, and not say, oh, you know, you dick policing. Nah.
That's the segue.
That's the point. That's real.
That's the segue.
At least that shit for a good laugh, nigga. That shit's funny.
Let me see. We going from that over to this. Alyssa Milano was the daughter in Who's the Boss. That was Tony Danza's daughter.
Yeah.
I don't know what we seen her in after that.
Oh, shit,
Rose McGowan was more in movies like the, I'm gonna say the 90s. I haven't seen her in nothing recently either.
Who's Rose McGowan?
I don't know a lot of actresses that have a long careers. The person I see having the longest career as a woman is Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren been in a lot of stuff lately. We haven't seen Demi Moore. We haven't seen Michelle Pfeiffer. We haven't seen Sharon Stone. Their careers run fast.
I mean, you know, for a woman on television, like I can imagine, like, you know, one of the prerequisites is that, you know what I'm saying, you got to have a certain level of beauty, right?
You don't think Demi Moore was cute?
Yeah, Demi was very pretty back in her heyday.
I just saw her recently with what's your boy name? He got dementia now. Die Hard. Bruce Willis. I just saw her recently with Bruce Willis. She still looked pretty good.
Yeah, you know, but it's different for men. You know that, right, Nadish? We can age and still get roles, right?
Well, Helen Mirren is playing a gray-haired old woman on all these shows she on. She was just on 1923 with I think that's Harrison Ford. And then she was on Mobland with Pierce Brosnan, and now she's on what's this movie I just saw her in? What is this thing I just saw Helen Mirren? She was in a cowboy movie or something I just got through seeing. So Helen Mirren is working her behind off. She getting all the jobs. Oh, and the other one that get a lot of jobs is Katie Seagal. Steven Seagal's sister. Peggy Bundy from Married with Children.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's Katie Seagal.
Is that Steven Seagal's wife now?
That's Steven Seagal's sister.
Really?
Yeah, Peggy Bundy from Married with Children.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's what it was said. Let me see. Let me look it up right quick. Katie and Steven. Name is spelled like Siegel. Katie Seagal, born 1954. Okay, here they go together. Is Katie Seagal related to Steven Seagal? Famous people today. The world Hollywood is one paved with intrigue and mysterious glitz and glamour, fun and excitement. Okay, great. Is Katie Seagal related to Steven Seagal? Let's find out. Shall we? Who is Katie Seagal? If you don't recognize Katie Seagal from such hits as Married with Children and Sons of Anarchy, there's a very strong chance that you might recognize her voice from the hit animated sci-fi series Futurama. Katie Seagal was born in 1954, Los Angeles, California. Performing was in her blood, and she was born into a show business family. Her mother was TV writer and producer, and her father was a TV director. Seagal began her career in 1970s as a backing singer for big name artists, including Bob Dylan and Tanya Tucker. Thanks to her father, she's landed her first TV role as receptionist on Columbo in the 1980s. In 1987, she played Peggy Bundy on the sitcom Married with Children, where she remained for 10 years. She would land numerous other smaller roles on hit TV shows, including The 70s Show, That 70s Show. She was then cast as the voice of Leela on Matt Groening's Futurama. Perhaps her most popular role was as Gemma Teller Morrow on FX's show Sons of Anarchy. The show was renowned for its gritty and violent nature, as it centered around the outlaw biker gang, the fictional setting of charming California, who ran guns to local gangs. The character Gemma, we don't care about that. Is she? Damn, Steven Seagal's sister. Seagal is currently married to Kurt Sutter, whose Sons of Anarchy, who created Sons of Anarchy, as well as co-creator of the multi-award-winning drama The Shield, who is Steven Seagal. Okay, we know who he is. All we want to know is if they're brother and sister. Steven Seagal, the 90s, Seagal featured numerous Hollywood roles, blah, 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 blah.
It's sounding more and more tonight. It's like they're not. I mean, just listening to whatever they were talking about.
It's like they want to give them both independent, breakdowns of who they are versus are they brother and sister. Okay,
Yeah.
despite its reputation, Seagal has plenty of fans, and you can't deny the Under Siege and the best Hollywood action blockbusters to come out of the 90s. So is Katie Seagal related to Steven Seagal? As you can see from the spelling of the names, Seagal and Seagal, yeah, they're different names, different spellings, are spelled differently. Despite this, because of the similarities, this did lead to rumors that Katie Seagal was related to Steven Seagal in some way, but is that true? Despite some claiming they were married, others claiming they were brother and sister, or even cousins, there is no truth to the rumor that the two were or ever were related. So they're not related.
Yeah, kind of felt that way out there. I heard her story at least.
But shout out to Katie Seagal. She gets a lot of roles for an older actress.
Yeah.
Katie and Helen Mirren. You see them a lot and stuff. Matter of fact, I just saw Katie Seagal in a Cabo movie playing a prostitute.
There you go.
I think that movie was called it was a TV series, a 6-part TV series called The Abandons. Katie Seagal played a prostitute in that.
No.
Let's get back to the whole roles that people play. We got 11 people in the building. Please hit the like button. Yes, everybody's getting ready for the holidays. Let's see.
Get ready for this fight tonight.
It's already on. They already started that.
No, not the Jake Paul fight, right?
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. The prelims is going on right now.
Oh yeah. The prelims. I'm not going to watch all that bullshit. The main event starts at 10:30, right? And then you got the Alabama-Oklahoma game on. So I plan on at halftime taking my ass up to the bar and finish out that game and get ready for that fight there. So, but we'll see how it all play out though.
Yeah, that fight better not take more than 2 rounds.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't see how it would not be rigged in Jake's favor. I cannot see how it would not be rigged in his favor. He's the guy who actually promotes the fight, starts the fights, negotiates the money.
I don't care about none of that. That fight better not be no more than 2 rounds.
Man, I think it's gonna be rigged. You know what I'm saying? I think at best it's gonna be a draw.
He better beat the hell out of him in the first round and knock him out in the second.
We'll see. Well, this should just be another embarrassment to black men.
Because I definitely think the Tyson one was rigged.
Yeah, that was definitely rigged, 1,000%. It don't look right that a 60-some-odd-year-old man is beating the shit out of a 27-year-old boy. You know, it don't look good.
Well, it was too many places in the fight where it looked like he could have clipped him and he just held his punches. And I was like, why is he holding his punch right there?
I mean, even during the fight, you can see Jake Paul literally leaning on the man's shoulder, trying to stay up. And Tyson allowed him to sit on his shoulder for those long durations, right?
Yeah, because Tyson is all forward motion. You can knock him out, but it would be because he's coming at you. He does not back off. So all that waiting and pausing he was doing, I'm like, nope. Even at old age, he's still gonna come forward.
There's just too many opportunities there, right? You know what I'm saying? If this was a real prize fight, Tyson would have caught Jake, you know what I'm saying, slipping and knocked his ass completely out by that third round.
And Roy Jones is amazing. Roy Jones said his whole body was sore after the exhibition. And he's a boxer and slick. So how could an amateur even hang in there?
Because it's rigged in his favor. It's his. People forget that Jake Paul is the one who promotes his show. He does his own stuff, right? If he loses, the reason why it's so popular is because it's a white man actually still winning fights, right? So
the Great White Hope.
Yeah. So, you know, and this is not against these guys in the ring that people don't know. He's against all the big name fighters who retired 35, 40 years ago, right? So, but still the big name's the same, you know, right? You can promote a Tyson. You know, you can promote this Anthony Joshua fight. Joshua's just about washed up if he's not already done, you know, right? But it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I think that's the biggest doubt.
They better go beat the hell out of him in the first round, knock him out in the second.
He's supposed to. But I think this is more about validating Jake Paul's boxing career. So I don't think that. I think at best it'll be a draw of some sort, right?
No.
Because if he knock him out, this will tear up Jake Paul's whole boxing anything, right?
He's been knocked out before.
Who knocked out Jake Paul?
Well, he beat him. Tommy Fury. Tyson Fury, little brother.
Yeah. Tyson Fury, little brother. Yeah. But that was something different. He's actually a professional fighter.
What's Joshua?
I don't know what Joshua is anymore, man. After that last fight, you see how he lost that last fight?
Who he lose to, Dubois?
Yeah. But did you see how he lost that last fight? I mean, got knocked out. I mean, look out of sorts, man. Like he ain't been conditioning, like he ain't been working out. He looks like he's just a big black guy walking in the ring. Look, I'm not sure of what they kind of been working with him, but he doesn't look like he's like, you know, like he know what he's doing anymore. It's just, but
I don't know. I think it's about can you teach an old dog new tricks? And how angry is he? So they're about to have damn Deontay Wilder fight Usyk.
Yeah.
Usyk beat Fury.
Yeah. And Dante,
Usyk beat everybody. And he's really a cruiserweight. He's not even really a heavyweight.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Whenever I hear your boy, like you said, I forgot his name right now, top of my head. What's your boy's name from here in America? Not
a black fighter?
Yeah, Paul Tyson. Deontay Wilder. There we go.
Yeah, Wilder's about to fight Usyk.
Yeah. And whenever I hear it's Wilder, I just know it's going to be him getting his ass whooped and shaming black men again.
Well, the issue with Wilder has always been he just doesn't stick to the fundamentals. He got a knockout punch, but he doesn't stick to the fundamentals. He goes back with his head up. He does a bunch of stuff that amateurs would do. If he could somehow stick to the fundamentals, it'd be good. The problem with fighting somebody like Fury and Usyk is that Fury, you got to almost bash him in the head with a sledgehammer because his head is so much of a rock. And then Usyk is just so, it's hard to hit him. He's very elusive. And that's how he wins most of his fights. Can barely hit him. Now, in that first Dubois fight, when Dubois was tearing his body up, yeah, that body punch did get him. But the next time he came around, that was all Usyk. Dubois didn't have nothing for him. Now to the Wildest Wake Up Show.
Disagree. Women, I would absolutely rather live in a woman's world.
I bet you would.
And the main reason why I would want to live in a woman's world, good day, MJ, is because women are great. They are absolutely awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Almost everything about them. They do almost everything better than
What up,
men
Ronnie?
as a collective, in my opinion.
Shout out to Ronnie. It's been a minute. Ronnie had disappeared on us. for
What
a
up,
minute.
ADS? I could be wrong. So I was just thinking, imagine asking people if you had to live in a world where only one gender, all men or all women.
As a man, I'm gonna pick the vagina. I know that's sad. So
Like the
Well,
world will get quiet because the truth is most
Why
folks.
would Why would I choose to be in a world full of men?
Yeah, that's wild.
No vagina at all. That's a trick question. What are we saying?
Niggas ain't gonna last long because motherfuckers go right back to being cavemen. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's gonna
Niggas
be
go
war.
Right back to being cavemen. Yeah, exactly. It would get some real caveman ass shit around
A
here.
lot of times, the reason why somebody ain't fighting is because they got some vagina at all. They ain't just trying to get away from that.
And you think that shit is bad? You're gonna have a shit ton of butt buddies in this motherfucker here. Because ain't no way. And
I don't know how a person. I don't know how a person can say that behind is the same as vagina. It is not.
It's not. It's obvious it's not. It's very obvious it's not to those, what I'm saying, who, understand human anatomy. My goodness. But all, what I'm saying, it'd be wild as hell. And you think I'm gonna turn down a paradise full of pussy? Because you can imagine being one of the only men amongst like these large groups of women.
You don't think some woman will come along and delete you, get you up out of here?
Oh hell no, those women are gonna protect you. Boy, you are a golden god amongst the women, bro.
I got a feeling a woman to get you up out of here. I ain't even gonna put it on you. If I was the last man, I got a feeling one of them women will get me up out of here.
No, sir. I know exactly how I go. I'll be an old age because I'm wearing them asses out.
And if I'm the last man, everybody that's having a baby is having a baby by me. So that's gonna be some incest.
Whatever. That's on them. They'll figure that shit out. I mean, not all, not all 90s, because you got to think about it, right? If you birth other boys, there are plenty of other women still out there.
Oh, you talking about my son gonna bang one of these old women that's around?
You know, something like that, right? You know, say mid-30s, something like that. You know.
Okay, so let me see. I'm all my sons bang an old chick. They have kids, but all my sons are related, so their kids will be related. But if they have boys, they can bang some more old chicks, I guess. I don't know how that works out, buddy. If I'm the seed of everybody and they seeds, it's a crazy thing, man. Yeah, Almond Eyes, I didn't even hear of a movie called Substance. All them Oscar nominated movies to me be trash. I've never seen them nominate a movie that I was like, oh, I didn't like most of these Oscar nominated movies. They be sheer garbaggio. But let's listen.
Even hesitate. They like an all-woman world, unless you Miss J. Also, I'm saying, please sign me up. Where is the application? And that's why, because it tells you, to me, I think it tells you something about the vibes. People aren't choosing based on biology, in my opinion. They're choosing based on peace, on energy, on survival odds, right? On who's less likely to turn a neighborhood into a demolition derby within 48 hours. Then you bring up places like, did y'all know it was actually a place in America called Woman's Land? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard of a place called Woman's Land. And do you know where it's at? It's here in America, Roxy. I wonder if anybody ever heard of it. Put a 1 in the chat if you ever heard of it. It's called Woman's Land and it's in the country of the USA. Shut up. What?
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Thank you so much, Miss J. Boricua Preciosa PR with the $10 super sticker. Thank you for all that you do. I appreciate you so much. Make sure y'all all hitting that like and that share button as well. Thank you so much. It's much appreciated. Thank you, seriously. So it is a place in Oregon. It's called Women's Land in Oregon, and it's a community where women built their own space, their own rules, their own culture. And it was established in 1975. And since it's been established, it has been 0% crime. 0. Zero crime since establishment. It's like 50 years or something of that nature. Now, granted, it's a small community. It's about 40 women, something of that nature. But they've been striving for the past 50 years with no problems. Completely self-sufficient. They bought land. They built their own solar system. They built their own water institution where it's they built their own solar system. Why are you laughing at me, man? They built their own solar system. I don't know why my wife's laughing at me. Damn. ABS, don't you dare.
Yeah, because the solar system mean planets. You don't mean solar system. You mean something else. And Lord ADS did laugh at you. So let's get over it.
Yes, don't you dare.
Yeah, I did a little research on that too, guys, and put it in the chat.
About the solar system?
No, about the what are you talking about?
The women area in Oregon?
Yeah, it's ran. Even they hold on. Let me Google it again. I'll just bring it back up.
Damn it. Y'all know what I meant. You always want to be so damn nitpicky. Okay, they solar panels. I'm sorry, god damn it. Not their own solar system, they solar panels. Right, Rosie. The women built their own sun and the planets, god damn it. Oh shit. Where was I?
There we go. I got it nice. So
yes, they built their own solar system. They built their own waterways.
all female communities.
They built their own roads.
All female communities, often called woman lands, are international living spaces created for women. Originating from feminist and lesbian separatist movements, which go by the name or referred to as land dykes, the movement has moved on for safety, self-sufficiency, and self-determination. There you go.
That's it?
That's it.
Shout out to him trying to make it seem like it was bigger than that.
And they also farm. They built their own houses. They built the whole infrastructure on this. I forgot how much acres of land it was. That's right. You got it right, Cody. Exactly. Now, so the thing is that, like, you know, they have zero crime that ever was there. So the interesting, it could be for a minute, maybe whatever things happen and they just don't report it, right? That's always a possibility. But regardless, for 50 years, for to be self-sustained without no police activity, they don't. What number one rule? No men are allowed in this place in women land. Not even the president of the United States of America is allowed to come here or there into that solar system. Unless the president is a woman. And if one of the ladies was to become impregnated with a male child, what you think the rule is?
That's gonna get
Her
tossed
ass
out.
has to go.
She got to get the F on.
That's one of the rules in this all-woman neighborhood.
Because how she get pregnant in all
No
women
men
place?
allowed, even a goddamn baby. So if a woman was to somehow become pregnant and she is with a male child, she will have to leave, go and deliver her child, and she will have to decide whether to stay with the child until she could raise it and it could be on his own. So that's around 18 years old. You can be free, young man. And then she is welcome to come back to the community. Very interesting place. Shout out to Rogue C. Since the men want to hate in the chat and not support, y'all better act right before we build a new solar system.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
Detroit Coalition of 2000, thanks for the 10 hours of God's work yesterday. Thank you so much, and you're welcome. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for all that you do. They're going to keep teasing me down. I don't know. That's a great question. I think over there, Ms. Jalen.
Let's see. Let's see what this about. Next time, send that bread since you said you was gonna send some.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. We got Aretha Franklin, Serena Williams, Harriet Tubman, Barack Obama. Now, I know that that's a politician whose name I can't think of right now. Her name is, I believe that woman at the bottom is Hurston. And that person at the top in the middle, I believe that's Langston Hughes. Let's make sure, though. Hurston. I forget her first name. Zora Neale Hurston. Is that her name? And then I said the other one was Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, so that wasn't Edgar Allan Poe. Who is that? Let me see. Do. Here she is right here.
Igniter. I'm about to go take a nap, nigga. Thank you for having me up.
Salute, sir. Salute.
Yeah.
Let me see. Bunch of pictures of her, but not showing her name. Shirley Chisholm. So that's Shirley Chisholm. Harriet Tubman, Aretha Franklin, Serena Williams, Barack Obama. Let me see. Could that be W.B. Du Bois? Nope, that's not W.B. Du Bois. Why did I think that was Edgar Allan Poe? Do. I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do, is all right with me. You make me feel so brand new. Oh, baby, I wanna spend my whole life with you. Since, oh baby, since we've been together, loving you forever is all I need. Let me be the one you come running to. I wanna spend my whole life with you. Wanna say, hey, we ought to stay together. Yeah, I can't figure it out. So we know who a bunch of the people are, but we don't know who all of the people are. Let's continue with the music. You see who's fighting now.
Since we can't get no justice, they won't get no peace. I'm tired of seeing all my people dying in these streets. Goddamn, it's like, why did Martin Luther King even had that million man march in DC? The police brutality, every day is constantly. I can't even go to sleep without sweating in my drinks. I feel like they after me, but I ain't doing the thing. Yet I'm still a black man on the run, they hunting. We need to stand up and fight this here. We can't keep on letting them killers just like that near. Your friends, your family, and everyone who cares. Cause they don't, and they get away crystal clear. And that's unfair, but that's the system we was brought up on. When police can kick down your door and kill you in your home. With no remorse, so they gon' do what they want. By kneeling on your neck so you can't breathe, now you're gone. And that's messed up, but that's how they treat us. Whenever they see us, no matter how much they wanna beat us, they still wanna beat us. But it don't make sense. Why? Cause they need us, because without us, this world really ain't much. So don't be trying to turn me to a clone. Cause real recognize real, especially right from wrong. Yeah, you heard. And don't be trying to tap my mobile phone. Let me be me, please leave my black ass alone. I'm tired of all this madness, it's just making me mad. Sick, they always trying to fool us and turn us like a bad trick. Treat us like a...
Interesting. 115 views 3 years ago. Shout out to that man. Shout out to that man. Let's make sure we acknowledge the people that's supporting the channel. Give them their propers. It's amazing that only 112 people or 115 people viewed that song. Let's see. Let's go right here.
Thank you for the money, cheese, ready to go. Good scratch, squill of paper.
Thank you very much to my Reed for the PayPal. I appreciate it. Thank you. See, those are the people that's going to keep the lights on. That's going to keep the commercials from being in between these videos. Y'all don't want to be interrupted with these commercials. And, you know, they just take that money out of the damn account in the beginning of the month for this YouTube Premium.
Rabbit dog and throw us in them cages with shackles round the feet. I guess we're still up on the slave ship. But somebody just amaze me how he look in our faces. Tell us all to stay inside and hand us all a paycheck. Come on now, man. To me, that don't even make sense. To think we need a couple dollars to all of this hatred. Damn, dog. Hell no. They ain't gonna make up.
A 4-minute song by Goody Beans, who has 33 subscribers. has 9 likes. Let me be the 10th like. I'm the 10th like. 3 years ago, 115 views. I don't know. How do you get that out into the algorithm? I did a song for Raw. She got 11,000 views. You got to re-put it out again. Put a short version of it out and then put it out again. Shout out to Gutter Beans, though. Well, let me see. Maybe that's a young Thurgood Marshall. I don't think that Thurgood Marshall looked like that when he was young either, though. That's not Thurgood Marshall neither. Remember that face. This minute, oh yeah. Let's get it on. We're all sensitive people. So much to give. Understand me, sugar.
And that set up, he set up the laws over there to make sure that they were sovereign from everywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
No chaser. Zuma.
Yes, Otis who? Oh shit! So they, you know, so these people. So I'm pretty sure the manosphere will lose its mind, right? I think they start yelling. So what we keep hearing is that what I do find interesting is that we keep hearing men saying that they couldn't survive without men. This is a normal and common argument that we hear all the time, because the men build the roads, we fight the wars, and all these other things. And meanwhile, I think they got these women out there just farming, building, organizing, and minding their business, which is already more than you could say for half of the manosphere. But here's the funny part. If you flip the question, right, you ask men, would you live in an all-male world? I think suddenly things get interesting and real quiet.
No.
Real quiet, like someone unplugged the Wi-Fi.
If the original question was to a man, what kind of world he would live in, the next question would be to a woman, not to another man.
Because deep down, men know exactly what an all-male world looks like. And it's not peaceful. It's not organized. It's not even safe. It's a group project with no supervision. Men know this, that while they don't volunteer, right? We know men not volunteering to go to the all-man world. They'd rather stay in the co-ed world. And I like sunlight. I like stability. Not getting to fight over the last pizza slice of pizza. Because we heard the man yesterday saying that he need more than 4 different types of meals. Because without a woman, he only got 4 types of meals. And the manosphere, they just love to say women couldn't survive without men. But the irony is that men don't want to test the theory in reverse, right? Nobody's lining up for a dude island. Nina says she's going. It's in Oregon. It's on the west coast of the world. Is in Oregon. And it's called Woman Land. It's been established since 1975, and it's not the only one, by the way. It is not the only one. But I just wanted to point it out because I think when we just hear, you know, the remedial rhetoric is just wild to me. Most dudes do not want to live on a dude island. Nobody wants to live in a world where the national anthem is just grunting and the economy is based on protein powder. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be it. And the deeper truth is this, right? People are just choosing an all-woman world because they think women are perfect. They're choosing it because women as a group tend to build community, cooperation, emotional intelligence. They create systems that are solar as well. Rosie said, don't forget the Axe body spray. Nah, it would be stink. They wouldn't wash their ass. We know that. They'll have dingleberries all over the place. Nobody be washing their ass. Right? Women communicate. They don't escalate every disagreement into a goddamn wrestling match. Meanwhile, an all-male world would have 3 rules. Don't touch my stuff. Don't look at me. If you break rule number 1 or 2, we fight. That is it. So when people say they'd rather live in an all-woman world, they're not insulting men. They're acknowledging patterns. They're acknowledging energy. They're acknowledging the difference between a society and a locker room. And maybe the real lesson is the best world is the one where we balance each other out with strengths, complement weaknesses, right? Where cooperation beats competition, where nobody has to choose between peace and protein powder. Because an all-woman world might be calm, then an all-man world would be chaos. And deep down, everyone knows this. Even though we know most men would say it is the other way around. That men would create this weird, you know, peaceful place. And we know it's not true. That women would be at odds in and fighting. They'd be the most violent world. I've seen some videos and I just couldn't believe my ears. What's up, Zero?
What did the video say? That's the question. What did the video say? I think people in general fight with each other, but you're saying that if it was all women, they'd find a way to work everything out? We don't know that. We would hope so. I would hope people would choose peace first.
I don't know why men believe that women wouldn't be able to strive and thrive without men, when men are the ones that is creating all the goddamn chaos. I know it might sound like women are doing X, Y, and Z, and they are the most horrible, emotional people on the planet, but it's just not true. We have wars because of men. And no matter how much black women try to say something about anything else, it is a place called Women's Land in Oregon that was established in 1975 with 0 crime since its existence. That's 50 years. They figured out how to farm. They figured out how to make a solar system. Water. Houses. They govern themselves. So while we could look at something like Bear, whatever that TV show is that Black is talking about, in real life, women would have a community. Women are the ones that build communities.
Shout out to the women that's building communities. What up, LA?
It's just the true thing. Men are not volunteering like how women are. It's just a true thing. Men don't actually care about other men. Philly boy, that's a lie. If y'all want, I could drop the link right now. We could just get into some more stuff. I seen this very interesting thing on O'Shea Duke Jackson's channel, and I wanted to watch it with y'all because I thought it was hilarious. You know what? Let me go find it. You know what? Hold on. KT, what are you talking about, KT the Libertarian? I would like to know what KT talking about. Yeah, I don't know, Byron. You better go check it out.
I don't know, man. Okay. So I got something from O'Shea. What is this?
Would you live in? I want to let's watch this video together real quick. I thought it was hilarious. Let me also hold on. I wonder where we at with the poll. I wonder where we at with the poll. Damn, it's not even close. Nobody, only 30% of y'all want to live in a world full of men. I wonder why. And I wonder. I thought men was so good. I thought they were so good. What happened? Hey, what you think happened? It's actually 67% men that watch the show. All right, you sent me a link. All right, I'm gonna look at it. I'm just interested on what people think about it. Let me see. While I let this play, let's let this play for a little bit. I want to know what y'all think.
Where where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news. You guys think that I do a lot of inspecting for some of my stories, and that is true. But sometimes you guys send me the information, and boy, don't we have some stuff today. Obviously, we do know in the Black community you have what is called down low men or situations like that, but you never hear the testimonies from these guys about what they did or what they was doing and what made them go directly over to men. In today's episode, we got that example today.
We started dating back and forth, and he was still living with his wife, even though they were even though they were broke up. Yeah. They were separated. But he was,
wait a minute. That's because that's because I had children. It wasn't as easy for me to just jump up and do whatever. You know, I had children, and my children were very close to me. They were closer to me than they was to their mother. So it was.
What is going on? What is going on here?
I'm not calling Sharon nothing. I'm not calling him nothing. But for some reason, he finds all the gay stuff. I listen to O'Shea Duke Jackson every now and then. I never saw this report, but he found it. How is he like the gay whisperer?
Somebody please allow me to somebody explain this to me, please. What is going on here? How that Bubba Sparks song goes? It was really popular back in the early 2000s. How did that Bubba Sparks song go? It was a hook. I just can't think of how it goes. Can somebody please? I think it goes booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Again, I'm not calling him gay. I'm not. But he took a song right there. Somehow he made it seem gay. That song says, I found you, Miss New Booty. But what he remember about it is,
I found you, Miss New Booty. This is crazy. This type of stuff is just insane to me. I don't understand. Hey, listen. I keep trying to tell them, hey, listen, you want to be a double peanut butter brother? Hey, just it's okay. Just let the world know. You can express yourself. We ain't gonna pass no judgment. Be yourself. You ain't gotta be afraid. You don't gotta bring no woman along with you.
It's very hard to try to juggle both. You know, I knew I was gonna be with him. And
he said it was very hard to juggle both. That is insane. Pause.
Knew that there was no change in that. However, I was trying to figure out how I could like make it a smooth transition. And
so maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's what's going on. A lot of these men are trying to figure out how to make a smooth transition from the public's eye to what their intimate life is. Maybe that's why y'all get so upset. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand it. But somehow this type of things keep happening. Why are y'all so afraid? You're supposed to be a man. Be a man and just do what you need to do. It is what it is. You have your own situation going on. Why are you trying to trick men into this goddamn world? I'm not going. Sorry. I ain't going.
have my children still understand me. And
y'all hear the brother. He's saying that he was with his wife or separated from his wife. His partner, who he's been with for a very, very long time now, understood that this man was married and had kids. This man had a wife that was literally pregnant. And he says, well, you know, I really cared about my kids because my kids was close to me. I was just waiting for the right time to let them know. Damn! Nigga.
And this is when we know that men will risk it all because they have lust and degeneracy at the top of their value system. This is proof. This is more proof that men are not actually caring about their marriage or their family or their children.
That's proof that that man is not caring about his wife, his marriage, or his children. That's one individual. He don't speak for everybody. If y'all want to see the song Power, The link is in the description. Y'all can go check it out. Here it is right here. That's the song Power. It sounds very revolutionary. I found you.
O'Shea, this is crazy. This is crazy. Right, Zero. This is wild. And instead of the men, right, instead of the men like this is just wild and crazy, that it should be no man on a DL having a wife as a beard and then also making children as a beard, they are trying to put it on me and say it's my fault. You hear this, babe? They try to act like it's my fault. Some of the men in the chat. This shit is crazy. Mr. Lyman says, what does this have to do with men that be on panels? The problem is that a lot of these men are these type of men. They have wives and children and all that, and they just afraid that we know now why y'all say the things that y'all say. That's why, Mr. Alignment, if a man is only saying that how men should not be in relationships with women, the only reason you should be with a woman is for what reason? Is to create children. That's their main stake to being with a woman. It's just to create children because they want to create children and then go back and be with who they really love. It's weird. This is why the only thing when we hear them talk, they don't actually have any kind of love for their woman. Their woman. They don't want to create children with their woman so they can get back to who they really love. This is why when these men are saying things like they can't talk to a woman, women ain't funny, women not intelligent, we don't care about nothing but that vagina, is because of a certain thing is going on in their mind. I don't know, Rilla.
Bro, nobody ain't gonna understand why they daddy left.
I don't know who he's describing. I know plenty of dudes that love their woman. Even think about my wife. I don't know all this hatred. It's very interesting.
Vargas.
Very, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. All the angry man he talking about. Is that what I did? I jumped over to the fight. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to get out of the vertical. I want to get out of the vertical.
Hey. To police themselves.
And hold on, let me see. Did you say no job? You said no job, right?
Yeah, we said no job. Yeah.
Can't form a coherent sentence.
Oh, that's a good one. Can't. That's a really good one too.
That's crazy. The last three I give grace for. The only grace is the age, and I can understand why you don't give as much depending on. I don't know how old you are, David, but I'm sure you're older than 30. So I mean, you don't give as much grace if they was 20 or 18. So if my daughter's dealing with an 18-year-old, I wouldn't. If she's 18, I wouldn't, or 20 or whatever, I wouldn't have as high as expectations on the car, having your own spot, or being able to form what I would say a truly coherent sentence. I think if you're willing to learn and grow from it, and I can see the development, maybe. But if I see that this is a dummy and I don't see no growth from him because I know his mental capability doesn't have that in it, I'm gonna be like, nah, no, he don't deal
All
with a guy that I
producer,
can't even see.
Yo, Sway, if your daughter brought KT to go to your house, he got the crazy hair. He can't form a coherent sentence.
Not gonna lie to you, like I said, it becomes to a certain age. I don't even know who KT to go is, but if that's the case, I'm gonna get frustrated with you, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, you a fucking dummy. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and talk to another grown ass man that can't form a coherent sentence. Like, I guess I know enough dudes, enough men that can. That my daughter doesn't necessarily have to deal with that. Grand scheme of it, it's ultimately up to her. I just know that that's a leading quality you want in a man in terms of you want a leader or somewhat of guidance or whatever. Like, he has to be able to articulate himself. Now, if not only his feelings, a lot of times he's gonna have to articulate his girl's feelings for him because they just gonna be wrapped up in him and they're not gonna be able to articulate it in that moment. So for you to be able to identify and know how to navigate it, you got to have a decent vocabulary and know how to form coherent sentences.
Speaking of KT to go, good day, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Wait, we're thinking about adding bell pepper nose to the list, so we got that under review.
And so do Diva, do this dude
on the looks? Y'all be coming in.
Diva, is this dude nose considered bell pepperish?
He close. I don't think so though.
All right, it's close. All right.
I don't know. I would need to see him straight on, but yeah.
Oh, sheesh.
I don't know if you can talk about noses in the black community. It becomes borderline racism. I know
That's
black,
the joke.
but...
That's the joke, Sway.
Oh, dang. Well, I'm about to say, you about to call out Sharon. I was about to make a joke, but all right. Never mind.
Oh, shit. Hey, Diva, why are they mad at me because I'm pointing out these men that have 11-year wives and children, and then somehow they get a certain look and a certain handshake, and they just knew to go over that man's house, and they mad at me? Like, why are they mad at me for that?
They don't want you putting out their secrets, their strategies and tactics. Now I can't go help Deacon so-and-so plan the men's ministry.
Yeah, I'm not saying you're gay. I'm just saying you know all the tips and tidbits.
KT to go. What's on your mind? What's on your thoughts before we get back to the video and watch the walking red flag? Literally, he has the crazy hair. He doesn't have a place to stay. So before we get back into the video, what's your thoughts, KT to go?
Shit, I ain't got much. I'm here.
Yeah. I guess I've been doing my job then.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
But I did find that story interesting. I did find that a lot of men are mad at me for playing the video of these men that have been in long relationships and using their wife as bears and their kids as bears. And
All I know is I need some damn money. Y'all hear me? Shout out to my Reed. Appreciate that beautiful queen. I need some money. We going on a 3-hour mark. And I don't want to hear about a bunch of zesty stuff. Okay, it's a bunch of undercover brothers. And next. Shout out to my brother Kasim for popping up on the screen. Let's see what the man from New York has to say about this conversation.
They're going to rape each other. All that shit's still going to exist in the all man's world.
Whew, that's scary. Welcome to the show, Kasim. Good day, Kasim. What's your thoughts? What is your answer to that question about would you rather live in an all women's world or all men's world?
Damn. First of all, what's up, man? Long time no see, Sharon. PH Diva, you were just doing your thing yesterday. I swear to God, I loved it. Bob Sherry, you too. So you guys are amazing, and shout out to y'all and just keep doing your thing. Keep your foot on these guys next, man. That's a good question, right? Because in a woman's
look, it take me 2 seconds to go, woman's world. You can't take the vagina away in a woman's world. Now ask a woman, would you want to live in a woman's world or a man's world? I want to see these women go, I fuck these things. I just want to just be all women. I want to see if a woman say that. But yeah, I can't imagine. No women? None? Not one? No. No. That is not a hard question.
All women's world, if I prefer that, I have some patience, right? And some understanding of how they get when they get in their fifis, but I don't know if it's at that stage yet where I'm dealing with them all the time and all of this problem solving that I have to do and all this balancing of the emotions and taking on this person's attributes and that person. I don't know if I could be able to do that. On the same token, I don't like to be around a whole bunch of dudes, right? Because I was in the military and I was a squad leader and we was around all these guys and I just couldn't take being around all of these guys like all the time. But if it really came down to that, I'd rather be with the girls, man.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I don't think nobody will actually choose an all man's world.
No.
I don't think so because like Bon Cherry said, it will still be wars. We'll still need all the jails. There'll still be a lot of fighting, a lot of grunting, a lot of smelliness going on. Everybody gonna have dingleberries and Axe body spray. Like it's gonna be wild there. I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? But what I do find interesting, have you heard about Women's Land in Oregon before today?
Yeah, I did hear about that actually. I learned about that I think back in the 80s. They're almost 40, 50 years old. I remember hearing about that in school back in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, so they was established in 1975. And from then to today, 0 crime has happened there. Now that could be a plethora of things. There's only been 40 women there, 40 to 50 women. And so maybe they just handle everything eternally.
And I mean, shout out to them 40 or 50 women that's living there, because my understanding is that women that's on the other side of the game fight with each other like cats and dogs. The most DV happen in lesbian relationships. Is that a misnomer? Is that fake? Is that a lie? I see plenty of videos with lesbians trying to put on dresses. I'm going to look like a girly girl. Because they sick of the women. They sick of the women. Man, I don't be knowing what some of this stuff is, Brody. For sure. Look at the night. All the different angles. The women don't want no men around. That's crazy work. Look at the baby. Girl, it's for tonight.
Right? So that's maybe why we never seen or heard anything about it. But still, nothing so drastic has happened here where they need outside police to come and police them is very interesting to me. And it shows why society will be better off in a Thanos snap all-woman nation.
Is it possible that maybe it's just their nature for the low proclivity of violence itself, right? Which makes them want to coexist and be more communal naturally versus men, how we want to be territorial, how we want to, mark our territory, be conquerors of things like that. I think that disposition for women naturally plays a good role in it.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting. I don't think no man would actually want to be in an all man's world, even though they say that if it wasn't for men, we won't have no roads, no farming, no tools, bruh. We won't. It's just not a real life example of how society actually works and runs. It's the reason why we have machinery in the first place. So we would have figured out women would have figured out a way to exist without so-called roads.
Yeah, I think, and when survival really truly kicks in, right? The brain and ingenuity really comes into effect, and we really are on a heightened level of things that are around us, all right, in order to keep us alive. So I do believe that at a certain point, they would develop the ingenuity to survive and to make things better.
What is your thoughts on the men that fights against diva lists that don't miss, and they are willing to give men the benefit of the doubt, but they are not willing to give women that same benefit of the doubt?
I would say it has a lot to do with, taking up for men. Some of them see their former selves in those men, and we tend to give them grace, right? When I used to be out there, I used to be something terrible, right? But I have matured to a level where I don't necessarily go that route anymore or need to do those things anymore. And when I see someone else doing those things, it kind of reminds me of my former self. And there's a bro code that we have, right? And we kind of ignore each other's problems and issues and dysfunctions and things that we're lacking in, right? Because we don't want to hurt that brother's feelings. And I think that's what a lot of it is. It's the fact that some of them recognize some of the old ways that they have, or some of the ways that they haven't. They want to be communal. They want to be part of the group. They want to be part of the men, right? Because they understand that they're not part of the group, then they get shunned away and they get labeled, and it decreases whatever it is they got to do. So that's what I believe it is, man.
Damn.
Patriarchal is the answer, right? Just simply,
yeah.
Yeah, because women, we would survive. So have y'all ever heard of a father nature? Because all my life I've heard of mother nature. Right. And that's a reason, right? And because there are what they call goddesses and things like that who were here, right? They believe that the same thing that can harm you can help you. And women are in control of those things, right? Like the water, right? Of course, it could come down and crash on you, kill you, but we need it also to survive. So we need women to survive. Do we need men to survive? I don't know. I think we can literally have like a dozen men and we'll be able to have children, continue humanity, right? We switch all out. When we realize you can't have no babies or they come out sick, we throw you to the wolves and get some young.
Damn, y'all can see they're gonna milk us, goddamn.
That's right.
They got to catch me, shit. I'm fucking running.
And we're not even gonna do it physically. We're gonna take a little tube, let you put it in a jar, and then we're gonna be able to impregnate dozens of women by one man. Little ejaculation, in that cup.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Damn.
If one of them children come out wrong, we gonna have to. We gotta throw you to the wolves. We're gonna label you sick.
Wait a minute, Bob. What methods are you gonna use to get our milk? That's important. Is it the natural way where we just have like the pull out game? She's been on her stomach. We have a cup or plate on her back, and we do it that way.
No, you don't get to touch no woman. Now let me tell you, those men get treated well. We feed you, and you get to live with the women. But you don't get to touch no woman. When it's time for you to give your donation, you're gonna go sit in a chair. We're gonna give you a magazine.
Wait a minute, Bob. Wait a minute. Why can't we sit us in a chair, right, and then have like 3 or 4, women in front of us clapping and having some stripper moves, and let us do it that way?
No, the women not gonna be doing that. We're gonna be virtuous.
Oh man.
Sex is not on at the top of our value. So
yeah, but if they do that, but Bomb, if they do that, don't you think they would get the greater essence of the sperm? Because we'd be more aroused because we can't touch, we can use our eyes and we can see. No,
no, aroused and all that shit going away. That's patriarchal bullshit,
Oh,
right?
wow.
You remember,
Man.
y'all the ones who said that sex is just for baby making. And if you're not making babies, then they, you know what I mean? Or if you're aborting the babies, then these are the things the men have said.
Yeah,
So we taking all that away.
Bomb, y'all almost killed me just now. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, right? She wild.
Diva, you there?
You going crazy?
Diva agree with me 100%, right, Diva?
Shout out to Titan Watts for the $2. Father Time, Padre del Sol, Son Father. He's answering your question, Bob. That it is such thing as it might not be a father nature, which is a very interesting point, but it's a father time.
Yeah, that's for the time,
I
which
wanted to
does
say
what? What does time do? It only kills you.
Nah,
Time
what the-
doesn't
what the
help you.
hell?
Oh damn!
What the hell? That's ridiculous. See, look, I'm Libra gang. Y'all. So I'm gonna represent. We need balance. Get off that bullshit, Mom.
No, but this is true. Listen, this is really no. I agree. There is a father. I knew there's a father nature, but I was waiting for somebody to tell me if they did, right? But you're gonna find that father nature and mother nature work hand in hand. That's the balance. So
for
as
sure.
soon as somebody would have said, "Yeah, there is a father nature," we would have been able to see how they connect.
Now, even then,
Instead
I
of
was gonna
men
point out
thinking
that listen,
patriarchal, where
'cause
men are the head and y'all
nature
the
can hurt
this.
you too. Let's
What
not
can
act
help-
like
what
that.
hurt
You
you?
can find things in nature, and that's poison. You get what I'm saying? Time
I
can hurt
get
you,
that.
but it help you too. So I'm saying it's the balancing. We can admit it's flaws and it's some good, it's some bad, in a lot of shit.
There's no flaws in nature, baby. What are you talking about?
This shit can you literally eat it and die.
Yes, because you shouldn't be eating it, but you could use it for something else, though.
Is that in your
Medicine.
time? If your time came short, I ain't saying not always, but most of the time you was already out here doing things to put yourself in that situation, as we always say.
No, what you
Niggas
missing?
gotta stay out the bullshit.
So hold on. So KT, what you missing is that even if it's poisonous, you could use it for something else. It's just not meant for consumption, as in put it in your stomach. But you could have a positive and productive use for it in other aspects of application. Is what Bomb saying. That's the balance.
This time not worth that same way though.
No,
I'm
time
saying,
only
yeah.
kills. Time, show me
Come
what
on,
time. Time
Time
does
is
anything.
what's made the people that we know of. If without the time that they had here, even if it was short, that time was enough to build legacy.
Dude,
I'm
we
saying
talking
the
about
time-
nature. You
what
do
you
know we
know
was talking about.
and what he
I'm
just
not gonna
said
let
is
you do
proper
with me
application
what you
of
do
that.
everybody else. I'm not gonna let you do that. We are talking about nature right now, right? That's why time was mentioned. Now you want to bring up legacy, which has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I asked the question: what
No,
does time does? Time, you kill time, even when you say that. That's what it means. The end of time.
No,
right?
that's the saying.
You're working your way to that, to the end. That's it.
Yeah, no, because everybody time ends. That's
Okay, so
human.
that's what time means. then.
That's what I'm saying. But if you properly utilize your time, like he was saying, that's what I was talking to, Bon. He said that, well, even if something can poison you, you could properly put it to something that can save you. All right, the same thing with your time. You could have 20 years on this earth and make a great impact in this world. Like a lot of the people we look at, like Sir Isaac Newton and all the motherfuckers,
This
they
is
tell us
crazy.
was great. They ain't have a lot 100 years. You know what I'm saying? How they applied that time though, that's what made that impact.
And
That's
somebody
the
said it in the chat. Time is an illusion. It's something that man made, right? Because really, because we just live. We don't need to know what time it is during the day. We'll know that it's daylight. We could go out and start doing the crops and things, and we'll know, hey, the sun is down. And people still did things outdoors, even with the sun down back then. Well, it depends on how far back we ain't had no lights, but we had fire.
Even if
right?
we're
We
talking
had
about
fire.
archaic times, even in archaic times, cavemen knew what time was. They had calendars before the Gregorian calendar. You get what I'm saying? Like time is something that's always been tracked.
Calendar and time are not the same thing. A time and calendar.
So this is what it is. Time is a measurement. That's really what it is. And without time, things will not exist the way how we perceive things as humans, and that's why we need it, because it's just a measurement of how long it's going to take to get somewhere, when the next season is going to be there. Time is a measurement of how they're going to do their crops. You know, these type of crops is going to be better at this time. You know, it's just a measurement.
Yeah, but do we need, so is it necessary to live and survive with time, or can you still live, survive, and do things without the
like you
measurement
said,
of
listen,
time?
we don't know when to get those
so,
crops
hold on, you
out
gotta be able
without
to answer
time.
the question honestly, KT. Yes. If you didn't have no understanding of time, you would still be able to survive on Earth 100%. Now, if you want to,
How so?
Okay. The time walks with 2 eyes. Time is consistent. Nature is revolving balance. Also, Shadow, the Titan walks with 2 eyes. The measure time is false, but time is real. Interesting. It gets crazy. We got plenty of examples of people because animals don't have no idea of time and they exist and they survive. So
that is not true.
Say what?
For something to hunt something, you have to have proper timing. Like a lion chasing a gazelle, whatever you.
You said timing.
Gazelle. No, so you don't need timing to understand if you're running at an angle.
Hold on, slow down, KT.
This is how measurements. Just the measurement.
Hold on, what we talking about and having timing on something is 2 different definitions of time. That was crazy, KT.
Having timing is different from time.
Yes.
Is that what you're arguing?
Yes.
Oh my G.
Yes.
Are you not? Oh my goodness, bro.
Shadow the Titan Wasp with the $2. Life is a measure of time in itself. That was crazy, KT, that you think timing and time is the same. In the context that you used it is not the same at all. Tezzy K, good day. Welcome to the show. What society would you rather, what world would you rather live in? A world full of men or a world full of women? Go.
Women.
And why?
Because I'm not gay. I don't want to be around a lot of men.
No, but you would have to be a woman too. I think, I imagine when the question is asked, that means we absent the other gender, which means I too would be that gender. So I would rather be a woman in a woman's world than to be a man in the all man's world.
I mean, I get what context you come from, depending on if the men are ruthless, but knowing my character, if I'm around a lot of women, I mean, I'm not going to do anything that's of my character in the first place. So that's why I say all women.
What? You're not going to do things of your character.
He's saying he's saying because of his character to be more of a calm and non-violent human being, that he could remain as a man and be in the woman's world. Is what he's saying. He's not a danger to women. Is what he's saying.
Oh, okay, I get that. But I thought your question was, would you live in a world filled with women? I didn't know I had to it don't matter because we women gonna choose women world, even if we're not gay, right? Because we don't put sex at the top of our value. But you men, though, you would want to live with women simply because you're a man and you'll be like, I'll be able to get all the women I want. I'll be able to, you know.
I don't. So, I mean,
But it is a interesting question because KT to go, which one would you rather live in, an all woman's world or all man's world?
Woman's world, because I ain't gay. I mean,
so I thought a woman's world. So I thought for KT to go, I thought women needed men to build roads, infrastructure, etc., etc.
I mean,
so why would you
we
want to
do
live
need
in a
each
world
other.
where you don't have none of these?
Because I ain't gay. Why would I want to be around nothing but dicks?
I ain't gonna lie. You can't use my answer, bro. You got to come up with something different, bro.
It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna mind it out. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna mind it out.
Answer,
so,
nigga.
KT,
that's what anyone would say.
Do you believe that a woman's world would be more difficult to live in?
What do you mean?
Right, because I heard you say that women cannot build roads. They need.
I ain't never say that shit. I've never once on any show ever said women can't build shit.
Okay, so
I've
you
never
don't.
said
So you
that.
so you believe that an all women's world without you being a man can survive.
Some things can be slower. Yeah. Yeah, if that's what I'm saying. If we're bringing up the parallel in the all men's world, they can still survive. I mean, but which one would I prefer? I prefer to be around more women than men because I'm a fucking man.
Okay, so you don't believe that women need men?
No, that's not true. What the fuck? That's dumb to say. Because you can do something means do it slower. Just because I don't fucking know. Like that's what I'm saying. It's your arguments be the counterpoint of the you just the reverse of red pill. Because if these niggas preach
you didn't even hear me.
I would love if you could just answer a question without going into all these extra soliloquies that don't have nothing to do with the topic. Do you think women need men to survive?
Yes, I think men need women to survive. Everyone needs each other to survive. Yes.
Question. Can you?
I just said the first question. Yes. Yes.
Why do women need men to survive?
The same reason men need women to survive. We need each other to survive. What the fuck?
I need you to answer the question.
Because how do you continue to make kids with just one of them?
Slow down so you get your thought out. Why do women need men to
Because
survive?
how do you continue making children with just one of you?
That's not surviving. That's procreation. Those are two different conversations.
No, they're talking about
You're
survival.
talking about making the human race survive. You're not talking about women.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Because it's still, that's your argument. Mine is we need each other to survive. You're trying to argue that shit, we can do it on your own. Well, surviving is not living and continue. You're not making kids. You're not making any legacy. Okay, you build something like y'all talking about women's land. It's a good idea. 40 women been there for about 50 years. The population ain't increasing and it's not going, you know what I'm saying? It's a good place. Not saying the crime is bad. All of that is good. But how do they continue? It'll die off without that. I mean, you have to have people continue to procreate in the society for it to continue to live.
You do not. But regardless, why? So your argument, the only reason why women need men is to make humanity move forward. That's your argument.
Could you repeat that? I apologize. My son was in.
Your only argument that women need men is to
No,
continue.
my argument is we need each other.
The only
Your argument is that.
Listen to what I'm asking you before you jump in. If not, then maybe you cannot have this conversation. Maybe you're not understanding the question in totality.
No, you want people to answer a certain kind of way, and he answered in his way. We need each other. Why would anybody think of an all-man world or all-woman world? We need each other. Some men need harder women. Some men need softer women. We need a variety of things out of our significant other, and we got to pick right. So hopefully it works out right. It's not black and white like you trying to make it, Sharon. I mean, I don't know what it is that you say. All these men? I don't know why you say it like that. It's just weird. All these men? But I'm going to leave your show alone. If y'all want to check out Sharon's show, the link is in the description. I appreciate everybody for being here. I will be here. We have to build these numbers up. We need more subscribers. We need more support. We need more engagement. We need you people to come over here and be a part of this situation called the Knights Paladin. What's going on, badass thing? I'm finna get up out of here and go to sleep on somebody else's panel. Y'all be great. And like we always do at this time, I really appreciate all the people that's, work with me because I don't have a super chat over here. I really appreciate y'all for finding different ways to help support. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Let's hit them with why is the pig way down there? That goes there. There's Aaron Hall. Okay, that goes there. Put it here. And then where is shut this mother down? There it goes. There it goes. Shut this mother down. And there goes the pig. And then we want Be Loved to be by Big Bad Bull. So that would be him here. Her. And then we want this to be by the money. So I guess that's what's throwing everything out of whack. this to be by the money. We want this to be both the greetings. Everything is all out of whack. This is the greeting. Mr. Jones can stay down there. That could Big Bad Bull. Man, it's all out of whack. I'm about to fix it someday. But for now, bye-bye. Shut this in refer. There we go.
We'll shut this motherfucker down.
That's all, folks.
It for sure is.